Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way.
Oh,
Did you
hey
know that?
there,
Hello
beauty.
there. Hi Seth. Good morning, Muck and Muck's Beard. Hello, Seth. Morning, Muck. Thank you for being you. My Synology. Very kind words. Thank you. Remember chat. Bluebell, I see you. Galistan. Lethior, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Just getting started here. We are on the Herald right now. Mr. Compensation. Dude, look at this thing, chat. Look at this thing. What in the heck? Look at that. It goes off the screen. Anyway, there's a video about the compensating Herald that went up this morning if you're interested. The scepter graphic is insane. What the heck is that? Revenant with Scepter turns it into a lightsaber when you auto attack, and it's like massive. On a Char with an embiggening tonic, it's like the whole Mistlock Sanctuary. It's crazy. How goes it? Going good, Master Lee. I'm still waking up, honestly. So that's part of how goes it. So waking up slowly. I love that Scepter's melee and Necro Sword is ranged. Yeah, Mesmer Greatsword is ranged. I saw some people saying that they hope Mesmer Rifle is melee just for memes. Just like your clones hold it like a club and beat people over the head with a stock. Toffee, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Who filled this guild hall with snow? I don't know who did this. Anyway. Alright, guild hall number 3.
But we needs a few good taters. Potato.
My brain yesterday, oh look, it's Guild Wars 2 today when Muck starts streaming, right? My brain today, oh look, it's Wednesday, Muck starts streaming Guild Wars 2, right? Come on, brain. Yeah, you can always rely on me to show you what day of the week it is. But as far as like what month it is, I can't help you there. The other day I was filling out paperwork and I had to put down the date and I had to check my phone because I didn't know what month it was. I was like, I'm pretty sure we've had Valentine's, so we're past that. But beyond that, I'm really not sure. Hey, hi, Hayes. It's November, right? There was no winter yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's been long enough. It feels like we're almost back to Christmas again. Definitely. Do you have any healers left to test? Yeah. Yeah, let me get the spreadsheet out. So, this is what we got. This column here, the Y means I have tested it recently and done a video on it. Now, the Druid, Untamed, Scrapper, Mechanist, and Scourge, I have played a lot over the last few years. So I don't think those will take very long unless I try Shortbow on Scrapper and Mechanist. The others, the weird ones, Willbender, Spectre, Catalyst, and Mirage, I got no experience with those. None at all. No heal Harbinger, rip. Does that exist? I have not heard that exists. It's Don't Forget Lady Luck's birthday month. Yeah, that one. I know it's Tuesday from Muck and Wednesday from a server I'm in. They have a Is It Wednesday My Dude sticker that people put in one of the channels. I have a button for that. But it's not today.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
That button gets a lot of traffic on Wednesdays. Or Tuesday night after midnight. Alright, that's done. Mark, no more driving. No more driving? Do you mean Pacific Drive? I'll be back on that tomorrow morning. Tuesday has been Guild Wars 2 day for years. Okay. Oh, I need to do the home instance. I was like, alright, we're done. No. Still one more thing to do. What's up, Mugga Chat? Hello, Scoos! That spreadsheet hurts my eyes. Too much color. We tried to make the lines match up with the classes. Let's see. Going into full home, anyone need? Question mark. I have a bit of lag in my submission for the Legend giveaway. Will come in a little bit. Can I still join? Yeah, Yanni. That should be fine. Good day. Hello, Relif. Yeah, for those that don't know, what was it, 2 days ago? We did a, no, it was on Saturday. We did a, like, 9-hour stream or something, and we gave out, no, it was more than that, it was like 10 plus hours. But we gave out 9 legendaries. And I have 9 more to give away, and I'm going to be giving those away on a day in May. So, May will be celebrating 6 years live. Assuming nothing interrupts the streak between now and then. But yeah, we still have 9 more. Yeah, I think of the real quote-unquote healers, the only one left that I haven't learned is Spectre. Then there's healers that people tell me they swear exist that I've literally never seen in groups. Like Catalyst and, like Mirage. What was the other one? Willbender? Yeah, I've heard legends of them. Never actually seen them in action. Would you suggest Druid or Scourge? They're both very powerful. They're both top tier. The main differences is Druid can provide swiftness all the time, Scourge can't. Druid can provide stability on demand, Scourge can't. Scourge has slightly more powerful reviving tools, Scourge has barrier, Druid doesn't. Mike, when's the plan to do Willbender? I have a feeling you'll love it. No plan, just kind of knocking these out as I get to them. Scourge has stab too. Scourge makes a very narrow line on the ground, and if you go stand in it, you can get stabbed. It is not realistically feasible for content. Like, Chrono and Warrior and Tempest and Druid, if they need to get their group stabbed, they hit a button and it just blasts out from them in all directions. The Scourge is like, quick, run over here and stand on this, you know, pinpoint. It's not really. And if you mean the well stability that Scourge gives, I believe that lasts 1 second. So, very, very tricky to time. If you move it around, sometimes it can help. Again, yeah, it's there, but it's not feasible. Is there a way to quick select a mount in Guild Wars 2? Yeah. Blishhud has a add-on that you can use to, like, I use one button, like, I just hold X, release, Roller Beetle, X, release, Warclaw, etc. The zone I'm in right now, you cannot mount him, but that's why I didn't mount just then, but I have all my mounts on one key. And I do that with Blishhud. You could also bind individual mounts to keys, yes. But then that takes up 9 buttons on your keyboard. But yeah, you can. Surprising, discovered bow quick kill scrapper is amazing for daily fractals. Also has perma 3 stacks of stab with elixir B tool belt plus dome. Elixir B tool belt plus dome. So you're using elixir B tool belt and the defense field dome on like a rotation? Or on your Naga if you're not a peasant. Oh my gosh. Quick heal Deadeye, does it use tons of ally targeting? If so, I'll pass. Ally targeting is mainly like, does it use Scepter? Just for Chaos Fractal Boss for stability. I have tried the short bow on Engie for like a total of 45 minutes. I've really hated it. Now, I was just trying it in like PvE testing, and it was just like, it was more difficult to keep boons up. It took like more buttons. It was like, you know, easy. It was more difficult than Mace Shield to do finishers, to get quickness up, stuff like that. Like, it was a pain. But I haven't actually done like a video on it yet. Is Bloodshot hard to set up? No. I've got a video on it. I'll link it here if you're interested. Hey. That was Chip, by the way. He just walked on by. Okay. Home instance and guild halls complete. This guy needs to be put back at his park spot. Thoughts on Double Sword Harbinger? I've been testing support builds. That's not a support build, so I have not tried that. I went into Quick Heal Scrapper skeptical, but I found it easy to cap 30 seconds of quickness. The main problem here, I actually just went over this last night. All right, look. Mace Shield on Engineer provides regeneration, vigor, protection, 3 CCs, 1 block projectiles, 1 movement skill, 1 blast finisher, and 1 leap finisher. Short bow gives you might, but you already were might capped, so you did not need it. It gives you prot, that is tied with Mace Shield. It gives a source of Aegis, which is your second source if you are a Mechanist. It is your first source if you are a Scrapper. It gives 1 CC, 2 if you combo chain it. Mace Shield had 3. It gives 2 blast finishers. You lose the movement skills, you lose the block projectile, you lose the block, you lose the regen, you lose the vigor, you lose a CC, you lose a leap finisher. That's if you compare short bow to Mace Shield. So yeah, you gain unneeded might, the protection's equal, you gain 1 Aegis, you lose regen, which can be recovered by a Scrapper changing their build, but not easily recovered by a Mechanist. You lose the vigor, you lose CCs, you lose the block, you lose block projectiles, you lose a movement skill, you gain 1 blast finisher, you gain a ranged attack, and for Scrapper who needs to perform combos, it increases the difficulty. That's my comparisons for Mace Shield versus short bow so far. Are the new weapons worth unlocking? Depends on the weapon, but mostly yes. Where is the desert? There it is. You unlock them by doing the story, right? Yeah, if you can rush and unlock them really quickly by doing the, what is it called? By buying some tokens in World v World. But if you just play the story normally, for like the newest chapter, you'll get it in less than an hour. Is there a point to try Scepterlock Renegade, or is it better to wait for the balance rework changes 2 weeks? I would just wait for the changes. That's what I'm doing. I plan on trying that one as well, but I don't know what all they're changing soon. I finished the previous Soto story like a day before the new one came out. Well, if you're starting the news story chunk, in a little less than an hour, you get the new weapons. It was like around the 50-minute mark for me. So, it'll depend a little on how fast you play it, but... Griffin go burr. I'm using the sky scale because I don't want to lose as much altitude. There we go. Since we finished the warrior testing, we can put this guy back. Alright. Let's see. This one is still in the aerodrome. That one's parked. Trying to use engineer shortbow chain reaction in practice ends up being annoying and not practical to me because all the cooldowns are different. It's interesting. It's like it makes you want to spam some of the shortbow skills in order to do like combos and stuff like that, but that always means like using one when it wasn't needed for its original purpose. Like if you use a second arrow to combo the CC to get more CC, and then like the second arrow was the like the Aegis or something, and then it's like, okay, well that's on cooldown now. And the Prot and Aegis are on the same skill, so it's like, okay, I was doing the skill just to get my party Prot, so I don't have Aegis on demand. Which can be kind of similar to the Mace Shield, though, because like you use the shield skills to give Prot, so sometimes you might not have that block on demand. But if you're tanking like Deimos or something, and you were using your shield skills to tank, you could easily plan around that. Why do you get XP for opening jumping puzzle chests? No clue. You just get XP. Hi. Shoot, I hit the button right when it flipped. Gaming. There we go. Alright. Let's see. That one. Good evening, all. Hey, HK, what's up? You know, it's funny, Chip has no concept of streaming. So I think he just assumes that I spend hours each day in here just looking at a glowing box and just talking to myself. And so he's just like, I guess I'll go hang out with the crazy person again. Poor guy, he's losing his mind. Biscuits, he's a southern boy. I mean, technically true. We are in Georgia. Oh, crap. This is the Guardian. Not that one. Orange cats are god tier, second only to Havana Brown. Not familiar with Havana Brown. I'm familiar with this orange cat, that's it. But yes, he's great. Alright, that one's done. Did I put this one back where? We're about to find out. Hey, Muk, we get something new today. I'm gonna find out. I mean, not like a major patch. The next huge patch is March 19th. But it is Tuesday. There might be some minor stuff. We'll see. Morning Peaches got your what's program. Hey, Synth. Just doing the routine right now. Just chatting, getting that easy money. Chips making biscuits. All is well. Are you gonna do a guide on how to use Heal Druid well? I actually already have a guide on Druid. I had 2 of them, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. It's exclamation Druid guide.
Guys,
now,
look at me! I'm so curvy!
Since that video came out, they changed Alacrity to come from Astral Skills and no longer comes from Spirits. So that one thing is slightly different. But if you adjust for that, that video has all of the tips and tricks I know for playing Druid in it.
The dragon's corruption seeps back into this glade.
Do you even need money anymore? Yes, ramen costs money. They won't keep my electricity on just based on my follower count. See, that one's done, that was done. Okay. Alright, that's all the part characters I got right now. I mean, in-game. Yes, because every Tuesday I do giveaways. And if I stop, like, making money, then it starts draining out and it runs out really fast. Why do you have a guide on how to get to those chests you're opening? Yeah. Let's see. I believe exclamation daily has that. That should have it right there. Okay, let's see. Matter converter, trophy bag. And convert some of these materials. Good morning, Mugga Chat. Hi, Nyron. You do beautiful. Hi, Hamza. He's like, I'm very focused right now. All right. Let's see. I didn't really have anything planned for this morning, so we can just go ahead and find another support to learn. You have a human? I do, yeah, it's my oldest character. It's from before I found the light. He's actually over 10 years old. Or do the metal concert? Yeah. Willbender. God. Willbender. I wonder if there is any guides on Willbender. Because I wouldn't know where to start. Are you trying another support? I'm going through trying all of them over time. Snow Crows has a Willbender. Oh god. Alright, hang on. Alright, one sec. Power Dragon. Heal-a-lack Willbender. Frequent animation locks. Requires enemy target. Uses hammer? Really? Honestly, considering how crazy Snow Crows usually has stuff on here, this is a really short guide. Makes me think it might actually be easy to play. Alright, you know what? I would love to get my Guardian parked back at his alt park location, and I have to do Willbender before I'm allowed to do that, so maybe we'll go ahead and try to knock this out. Let's see. I have literally not dabbled on Willbender since the beta for Willbender before the release of End of Dragons. Because to me, it was just a Guardian that ran around and made airplane noises. And I didn't care. So I have not done anything with Willbender since then. Have you put a pinned comment on your Druid video to swap axe to mace? No, actually, I haven't. That would not be a bad idea. Let me see. Where's the Druid guide? Hey, everyone. Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew. It's past me. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. I already had a pinned comment. After June 2022, patch many traits and skills involved in Druid changed a bit. This video is so accurate in terms of tips and tricks, but this specific build no longer does exactly what it shows in the video. Additionally, let's see, hold on. As of March 2024, you will want to use Mace, Warhorn, plus Staff if you have maces unlocked from Stoto instead of Axe Warhorn Staff. Usually when I edit a comment, it
Hey, everyone,
unpins it, so that was weird. Okay, it looks like it stayed pinned. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's get this over with. What have we got? Let's see, this was the heal brand I played earlier. Is that hammer and staff? Where's the juggernaut? Hammer and staff. Alright. Let's see. Harrier. Concentration. Transference. Staff is Harrier Concentration Transference.
Yes, yes.
Armor appears to be all Harrier. Trinkets should be all Harrier. Apply to all. Relic of Caracosa. Okay. You don't have to play hammer, by the way. I'm just gonna copy the guide for now because I don't know what I'm doing, and then I'll mess around with it after that. Where's the actual build? There it is. Okay, so they're running. What is this? Virtues, honor. So that's the same as Firebrand, but the traits are different. Bing, 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 and then Willy. Kind of forgot Guardian has hammer. I usually only see it in PvP. Alright. Chromed Guardian. Hang on, we gotta make him look slightly different than the Firebrand look. Freaking cape. Maybe the ribbons to trail behind him when he zooms around. Tiny angel wings. Little flags. Let's get the ribbon things. Hey, nice to catch you at a human time for once. What's up, Cinder? I'm live at this time Monday through Friday every week. Let's see. That looks fine. Okay. Alright, let me look at the stuff. Okay, what do we got here? So for heal skill, let's see, it says use Feel My Wrath, and it says use Receive the Light. The other three are all blank on the guide. And it says utility options. Bow of Truth for healing, Bane Signet for breakbar damage, Wall of Reflection for projectiles, Purging Flames for condition cleanse and might be a blast finishers. Hollowed Ground, Stand Your Ground for stability and resolution, Advance, Merciful Intervention, Signet of Mercy for emergencies. Okay. Let's do this for now. Alright, let me look at what we got. Alright, so, Honor. Gain Vigor when you critically strike. Invigorated Bulwark. Increase healing to other allies each time you block an attack. Mace skills gain reduced recharge, and the boons gain. We're not using mace. The end of your dodge roll heals nearby allies. Grant might to nearby allies when you critically strike. Your Virtue Skill 2 passive also regenerates endurance. Symbols are improved and heal allies. Okay. By the way, using the banners on Asura is going to bring the Holy Rage of the Holchar RP community upon you, so be careful. That's fine. They're not threatening. Have you seen Icebrood Saga? They kill themselves. That was a reference to their civil war, not suicide. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, that's going to get misinterpreted. Virtues apply boons to allies when activated. Deals increased strike damage to each boon on you. All right. Consecrations gain increased duration. That's primarily for Sanctuary. I know that one. Gain resolution when you activate a virtue. Resolution you grant has increased duration. Activating Virtue Skill 2 removes conditions from nearby allies. Virtue Skill 2's passive effect is stronger. Is that referring to F2? So F2 cures conditions on allies? I think it is. Gain Condi damage based on Vitality. Virtues gain reduced recharge. Nearby allies gain the passive effect of Virtue Skill 2, which is the regen. Guardians' virtues are now movement-based, giving them a swift advantage in combat. Gain access to the physical skill type. Gain increased vitality. Willbender flames now heal you when they strike an enemy. Gain increased movement speed. Gain swiftness when you activate a virtue. Triggered virtue effects now grant might to allies in addition to their bonuses. Gain fury when activating rushing justice. What is rushing justice? Is F1. Triggered virtue effects now grant might to allies. And you gain fury from F1. Alright. Each time you activate a virtue on your virtues or your virtues passives are triggered, gain a damage bonus. Gaining stacks of this boon refreshes other stacks. Lethal tempo. Phoenix Protocol. Gain alacrity and regeneration when resolves effect triggers. F2. But you no longer heal. Resolve has a modified duration. Gain alacrity when you use flowing resolve. Is this party? Because it doesn't say a number of targets, and it just says you gain alacrity. It is party. That's a weird tooltip then. Usually it says like number of targets 5 or something. Okay. Battle presence from virtues is what makes it party. Oh, okay. Got it. That's why. Alright. Hey, Muck, you are alright. Did you not drink coffee today? I mean, I haven't drank coffee in years, to be fair. Alright. Let's see. This build casts virtues, which grant boons by consecutively attacking foes. Most notably, the build aims to use hammer auto attack as often as possible. The resulting symbol of protection is stackable and will grant alacrity and regen while under the effects of flowing resolved, and when casting flowing resolved due to Phoenix Protocol and battle presence. That's F2. Okay. And might while under the effects of one or multiple virtues due to Holy Reckoning. Might whenever you land a critical hit due to Empowering Might. Protection and passive healing due to Writ of Persistence. Okay, hang on. Spawn a golem. Average. Spawn. You replace coffee with cookies. No, I've never been a coffee drinker. Funny enough, at the hotel I used to work at, they were constantly making coffee at the front desk for the guests. And over time, I grew to love the smell of, like, freshly ground coffee beans. Because they made them, like, you know, they, like, ground up the beans and used, like, milk and stuff like that. And I used to love the smell of it. Like, I grew to over time. However, I do not like the taste of coffee. So I'll just enjoy the aroma, I guess, from a distance. But I've never really been a coffee drinker. Do that one. You don't like coffee? Oh my god, I love you less now. That's fine. Okay. So, I don't even know, other than Hammer putting baby gates on me in PvP, I don't really know what it does. So let's look at this. Alright. Bonk, bonk, symbol of protection. It gives protection and some other stuff. Okay. Mighty Blow, big damage, blast finisher. Alright, 3. Zealot's Embrace. Send a wave toward your foe that immobilizes foes in a line. Gain barrier for each target struck. Barrier is reduced for each target struck beyond the first. Okay. Let's see. Banish. Launch your foe with a powerful smash. Striking a foe refreshes Mighty Blow and allows your next Mighty Blow to teleport to that foe. Alright, so Banish is mainly CC. Alright, 5. Create a ring around your target that foes cannot cross. Trapped foes cannot exit the ring while it's active. Oh, I interrupted it. Okay. So that's the baby gates. Alright. Wow. So that's CC. That's self-barrier. 2 is a blast finisher. And this is just symbol spam. Okay. What was Caracosa? Heal other allies when you successfully combo a field with a blast finisher. The symbol from Hammer 1, is it a field? It's a light field. So that means that most of my blast finishers will be condition cleanse finishers. Alright. Interesting. Area cleanse condition. Okay. Alright, so I have access to that. Alright, what else we got? So just doing this, we've got Prot maxed out and like 1 or 2 stacks of Aegis. Alright, let's throw in another thing. Let's see. Where's the rotation? This build casts virtues which grant boons by consecutively attacking foes. Most notably, it uses Hammer. Alaka to regen while under the effects of Flowing Resolve. Alright. Oh, I did not realize that was going to go to my mouse cursor. Oh, what the heck? So it doesn't stop at your target. Don't forget to give yourself quickness. I am forgetting everything. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Not really concerned about the quickness right now. I'm just trying to figure out how this thing works. Okay, okay. Self, add boons, utility, quickness. There you go. Use F2, then F1 to dash. Are we basically using F1, F2, and 3 on cooldown? F3 is stability. Does F3 give everybody stability? F3 is self-stab only. Alright, so stand your ground would still be my stability thing. How often do the expansions go on sale? Like every 3 months? Alright, so whenever I have 2 stacks of F2, just doing F2, F1, we end up with these boons. I feel like if I use this in Harvest Temple, I'm gonna go off the cliff. Alright, and F3 is what now? Aegis stability. Alright, so hold on, try to figure this out. So the F1 is repositioning me, and it's giving me might, res, and swiftness. The F2 is pumping out to the whole party regen, resolution, swiftness, and alacrity, and a condition cleanse? Is this LI? Yo, right now I'm just learning how to play it. That's all I'm doing right now. Alright. Why did we take Receive the Light? Heal yourself and allies in a cone in front of you. It's just like a scream. Dude, I'm sorry, that animation. Ah! Receive the light! Okay. So we got a screamy heal in a cone. No utility. Feel my wrath. Should I be hitting Feel my wrath on cooldown? Is that just for Fury uptime? So does the F2 has to hit an enemy to trigger the boons? Is that accurate? Yes, no. Oh god. Boon on activation. Alright, hold on, we can test this. I'll just wait for them to wear off and then I'll just do it over here. And then I'll get a definite answer. Let's see. Learning more stuff over here. Healing. In addition to the passive healing from regen and Writ of Persistence, which is from the hammer symbols, Mighty Blow can
Goad, it's the favorite Warcraft 3 streamer trying Willbender heal. How excitingly exotic. Good luck Noxxi I Noxxi I Noxxi I Noxxi I Drew K Drew Excite Drew K Drew Excite Drew K Drew Excite Drew K Drew Excite Mukluk Bobble Mukluk Bobble Mukluk Bobble Mukluk Bobble Shimerofel 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 Shimerofel.
Thanks.
Hi Muck.
Where was I? Wait, what? I've been standing here for so long. How do I still have 30 seconds on all these boons? Regeneration Source Technician. I didn't tell the technician to give me regen. I told him to give me quickness.
Tap, tap.
Adjust self, remove boons. Add boons, utility, quickness, done. That's it. Alright, let's try this out. So if I dash... Okay, so that gives me boons without it hitting an enemy. But... what if I interrupt it? What if I F2, F1 too quickly? Okay, looks like that's not really a concern. Ah, sorry Mug, I'm trying to keep Oryx at bay. You try to keep him at bay. You get them on activated. You generally want to stay hammer, only swap to staff when you must, according to Stoke Rose. Wait for combat and boon strip before generating any boons. The following sequence ramps up the most important ones quickly. Alright. Rushing Justice, Feel My Wrath, Flowing Resolve. I'm not gonna do it in that order. I'm gonna do F2, F1. Crashing Courage. Why is that? Let's see, Symbol of Swiftness. Oh, that's the staff one. Empower. That's the pole dance. I remember that one. And then swap back. We are getting a few seconds of vigor from time to time, and I don't know from where. It's gotta be a trait. Yeah, this is just might, but do we not already have... You get vigor on crit from one of the passes and talents. Alright, so... Okay. It was said earlier that I provide more boons to myself than I provide to others. Which ones was it? One sec. Wait, what? Where is it? Vigorous Precision gives vigor on crits. Vigorous Precision. Gain vigor when you critically strike. Okay, so I'm not providing vigor to others, probably. Someone said Arc DPS has been fixed. Do I want to fix? That's not really going to help me right now, but I'll have to get that fixed for the next stream. Swiftness, vigor, and resolution are mostly only self. Not true. The swiftness from the stick is for everyone. That's like a full minute of swiftness when you do that. The stick. So I'm wondering, do I have to do staff 4 to keep might up on a party? And the F3, it just gives me stuff, not the whole party. So I don't really understand the point of using that on cooldown. Alright, so we're doing prot 25 might. Not 100%. Okay, assuming I was hitting Feel My Wrath every time it popped up, I would have like 80 to 90% uptime on Fury. Alacrity, regen. Is all the regen from the F2? And swiftness, and swiftness. You give Fury from F2. To eliminate might ramp up time, start combat and staff, place the symbol and cast empower, then swap hammer, and then just stay hammer. Okay. Alright, well, this is very easy to learn. I'll say that, compared to Firebrand, Herald, Tempest, maybe even Berserker, this is really easy to learn, and it's not very high APM either. Adjust self. No, not adjust self. Wrong thing. Adjust environment. Pulsing damage tier 2. Shoot. I was in combat and I couldn't weapon swap immediately. Wow. I can't keep my health up. Remember to hammer 2 for blast? Oh, because the Caracosa thing. In my mind, I was like, that's just going to cleanse conditions. What's the point? Jesus. Health is overrated. Oh my gosh. Dude, I feel like the amount of health I get from Caracosa is just awful. Hold on. I did equip Caracosa, right? 1,300. That's so bad. Caracosa's party, not you. Okay, so that means this can't heal Bone Skinner? Because this is the second Agony Field, not the third one. This is the first time on any of the supports. This is the 12th support I've tested. This is the first time I had trouble healing through the second field. That is, wow. That is wow. What in the hell was that? Okay, whatever. Yeah, so right now, blasting doesn't do anything. It cures conditions that do not exist, and it doesn't heal me. So there's actually 0 point in me blasting right now. Okay, well, shoot. Alright, let me leave combat and mess with traits. This is the worst self-healing of any build I've seen so far. Firebrand mains, look at what he has to do to mimic 1% of my power. What is it? The bow? Alright, let's try this out. Yeah, the bow helps. And again, guys, this is the second Agony Field. I've been testing on the third one. Like, the other supports I've done, I've mostly been testing on the third field. That was meant to be a starting point. Yeah, there's no... Alright, I'm starting to understand why I've never seen one of these in a party. Maybe if I change from Harrier to Gear to Giver and just dumpster the damage. Wait, I've got Rune of Water. Hold on a second. That was from when I played Firebrand. Hang on. All right, so before I do this, let's change the runes. I don't know that this is going to make a difference, but let's copy the runes from the build on the website, which was Monk. Need a meta support to keep this support alive. I've used both bows and the heal skill. I'm dead. Late to stream, why hammer? Trying out Willbender, and I'm understanding why no one plays this. But I said I would try them all. All right, let's slap givers on it. Seems like won't bender. It does fine in raids. Yeah, because you got another healer to carry you. Oh my god, arrow things, please. Alright, with full givers, burning my heal skill and the arrows every time I can keep alive in this for a little while. Do you have the trait that dodges heal? Yeah, I think I do actually, and I forgot about it. Dude, if I have to burn my dodges and my utility skills and my heal skill on cooldown to stay alive in this, that's not a good build. Oh, the heal's not... Oh my god, the heal barely came out of time. Alright. Okay. Alright. First impressions. This is very easy to learn. This is very easy to work through. You could go join a group and do easy Unga Bunga content with this. This has really doo-doo healing compared to other healers. Like... I just swapped to, like, I have never had a support that struggled in the second agony field before now. And in the third agony field, I'm living by burning 2 utilities, my heal skill, and dodges on cooldown in Giver's Gear. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. But, again, if you're in a... I hate that the fact that this doesn't heal you... it makes me feel like Scrapper. And the reason I say that is Scrapper sometimes can struggle on Bone Skinner because with his medkit, it heals other people more than it heals itself. So, like, it might keep everyone else alive, but then it eventually dies, and then the group dies. How many fields have level 3 Agony Fields of Healing Pressure, though? Completely fair, not many. There's not many that do. But... I would say that, like, again, though, like, probably 80% of the endgame fights in the game, this would be fine for. But, my goodness, this is not the other classes. You know? Like, if you compare this to... How long does the weapon last? I'm actually surprised it's still here following me around. What the heck? If you compare this to like the healing output of literally any other healer of the other 11 I've tested so far, it's a no contest. It's crazy how much lower output than what they have this is doing. Snowcrow's troll. No, I don't think Snowcrow's a troll. Also, it's possible I'm just bad. You know, I've been playing it for 10 minutes. I might just be doing something wrong. But this guide isn't very long. I don't think I'm missing anything. And Harrier does like 7.5k DPS, which is a bit higher than other healers, except maybe Mech. Untamed Heal does about that. But yeah, most healers don't do that much. Like, Mesmer Rifle does like 1 to 2k. Marcelo says, hey mate, how are you? Which tip would you say to someone who can't pick a class that wants something to PvP World v World and the basic of PvE? I don't know if I like melee guys in this game. Hey Marcelo, one tip I can give you is when you go into the PvP lobby, you have everything unlocked for that class, even if the character's like level 2. So you can go in there and get all the traits and stuff unlocked and try things out and see if you like them before you spend time leveling a character. Also, note that your PvE character and your PvP character do not have to be the same character. Like, you can change them. They don't have to be the same one. I've done Wing 1 through Wing 4 CM and all strikes, so it was fine with pugs. Right. Like I said, this would be fine for probably like 80% of the fights in this game, but it is... I don't know. It's kind of funny how much lower healing output this has than other characters. On more intense healing fights, you need to drop Feel My Wrath for Signet of Courage and hope your quick DPS brings Fury. Yeah. If you're grouping with people you play with all the time and do a bit of communication, that would be fine. With pugging, I would never want to just hope someone else brings the boon and then I just don't bring it and pray. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. And I'm going to change it back to Harrier. Alright, let me see if I can get Arc DPS working, and then I'll try it in some strikes. Let's see. Opening add-on manager. Update Arc DPS. And it's throwing up error messages. Oh my god. Drop, let's see, where is it? C drive. Program files. Guild Wars 2. Bin 64. CEF. DXGI, blah, blah, blah. Delete that. Okay, try this again. Update. It still says it already exists. What? I just deleted it. Windows says hi. Yeah, Windows says hi. It keeps... Okay, what? It keeps making this file and then complaining this file exists. Like, I deleted this file, and then it remade it, and then it's complaining it exists. Alright. I give up. I don't care. This is why I use Launch Buddy. Launch Buddy hasn't worked for me in like a year. That's Launch Buddy constantly giving me problems was actually the reason I stopped logging into all my accounts each day. All right, I give up on that. I'm just logging back in. Okay. Let's get this over with. What would you recommend to main ranger or engineer? Both are fun, but I can't decide. They're both very viable. Couple of examples. If you pug a lot on a druid, you have a lot of res potential. Mechanist has no res potential at all. Scrapper does have access to function gyro. Mechanist has lots of barrier. Druid doesn't have any barrier that it can do. They both have access to a small amount of stability to help their party. They both have access to a small amount of ages to help their party, so they're pretty good in that regard. It depends, also the style of play. Let's see, Wizard's Tower. You doing videos for the new healers? Do you have similar videos for the healers you played a lot like Druid and Scourge? No, I can do those soon as well. Because I might do, because like Druid I know, and it's not new, but Druid with Mace is new, so I could do a video on that. Cap says, ever since this patch, my OBS records a slideshow instead of a video. Have you perchance had similar issues figured out in the past? OBS records a slideshow. Wait, you said since the patch. Do you mean like an OBS patch? I haven't downloaded an OBS patch recently. I'm still on version 30.0.2. If you mean a Guild Wars 2 patch, I have not had that problem. Like your accessories are not full Harrier. Thanks. You're gonna do Staff Double Mace Untamed Healer? No. Mace Warhorn. If you're doing Untamed Healer, the Warhorn gives your party Swiftness, Might Stacks, and Fury. You also regen with a trade. You would not want to swap that for a second Mace just to get another bonk in. That would be silly. Alright. Chat. For those willing to put their lives in my hands, I'm looking to do the Strike Dailies and the Icebrood Saga Strikes. I'll be one of the two healers. I'm on EU right now. This is a healthcare strike.
You've got mail.
Since the Guild Wars 2 patch. No, I've not had that problem since the Guild Wars 2 patch. Again, my OBS is on 30.0.2. Maybe make sure you're at least on that version to see if that helps. But no, I did have an issue the other day, Cap, where I was streaming Pacific Drive, which is a game with really high detail and like lots of particle effects, like rain and stuff. And twice my stream, like OBS still said I was streaming, but Twitch just stopped receiving the data. And so the stream basically cut out, and then it came back a few seconds later. And OBS said I'd been streaming for 4 hours, and Twitch said I'd been streaming for 2 minutes. And it just started like a new one. So I'm not sure if that's related to OBS or not, but I did have that. Also, Cap, you might be amused. It was either the Bladesworn or the Berserker video I referenced you, and someone posted a comment, and they're like, "Who is that Captain Crabface that you talked about? I think my husband would love to watch Captain Crabface." And I was like, "Here's a link to Crabface's channel." And they were like, "Thank you!" So, yeah, you're Crabface now. You say EU? I'm on EU right now. I'm on EU. Alright, so I guess I'm a lack heals. Let's see. Can you invite? I mean, you could have just joined, but yeah, I can invite. A lack or quick DPS. Alright, so whoa. If you would go quick DPS, and I'll be a lack heal. Let's see. Fid Maria, if you can go a lack heal. And then Stella, can you go quick DPS? And with that, we have the essentials, and we just need 2 more DPS, chat. Is Rifle Mesmer disabled on EU since we actually have healthcare? Lol. Hello, sir. Any thoughts on Staff Warrior, or is it still isn't up to par with other support specs? Hello, Cat1. I actually have 2 videos I've done on my YouTube channel in the last week. One on Staff Heal Berserker and one on Staff Heal Bladesworn. The short version of it is absolutely viable. It does work. You can use it to heal big content. I would say the Staff, to me, might be my favorite new weapon in the game, the Staff of the Warrior. The Warrior itself has issues, but the Staff feels like an incredible weapon. The Berserker is very high APM, so if you like mashing lots of buttons, great. If you don't, maybe don't do that. Bladesworn is less APM, but plays differently. So, depends what you're into. Chat, we got room for 1 more person if anybody else would like to join. One more DPS slot. So out of NG and Ranger, which is easier to play and support in DPS? I would say many engineer builds are more difficult to DPS because they bounce through kits. Like they'll be like, grenade kit, use some moves. Base weapon, use some moves. Bomb kit, use some moves. Mortar kit, use some moves. Yeah, they'll be juggling 4 to 5 weapons depending on the build. But there are some engineer builds that are easier to play. For support, I would say Scrapper and Druid and Mechanist are all pretty close to the same difficulty. For DPS, I might say Ranger's a bit easier than NG to play, unless you're playing like an LI Mechanist or something. Let's see, Daily Strikes, Cosmic Observatory. I have been called crab face before, usually followed by a slur, such as ranked. Alright, well, we got to see our healing output. Should I keep Signet of Mercy? It's either Signet of Mercy or Sanctuary. I mean, we still got Banish for CC. Do you need food plays? I'll just throw down a birthday cake of cheapskate. It's normal strikes. High cuisine. Oh, someone put down the better food? Oh, but I ruined my appetite. I had birthday cake. Now I don't have room for dinner. Oh, forgot to, okay. Fix that. Whoa. Signet resing. God, this does not feel good. So like even like the bow has a delay. Like you have to, there's a cast time, and then you summon the bow, and then the bow picks its nose for a minute, and then a few seconds later the arrows start falling down, and then the healing begins. So it's like even when you're using that, like, oh man, I don't have enough healing, I need to use the bow, like it's got 6 weeks shipping. I need to be using the Caracosa relic more than I have been. Oh boy. I can res one of them. have to manual res. I don't have Signet this time. Actually, I'm using it anyway because I'm getting scared. I got it a few seconds after I said that. Blarg. CC. I can't remember which of my skills is CC, so I hit all of them. I did some in there somewhere. It was the 4. I'll go for the downstate. You misformed Signet of Mercy and you made it fail. Oh, wow. Was that, what? That was more than just the red field. Something else hit me. The red field spawned, and I was like, oh, I need to die, and then I was dead. Where's my, let's see. What? Hold on. Teeny? Who's Teeny? One sec. Is that a player here? Teeny. Teeny the Herald in group 2. Chat, it says Teeny critically hits you for 10,000. Hold on, I'm gonna hide my camera so you guys can see this. Right here. Teeny critically hits you for 10,500 with Mist Unleashed. Teeny critically hits you for 5,600 with Elemental Blast. So I took 16,000 damage from our Revenant. You got possessed. Did I get possessed or did she get possessed? Teeny Giga Chat? Yeah. Farmed by Teeny, yeah. So I don't know if because I was in the red thing and then I was like, oh, I need to dodge out of it, and then I was just dead. So either I got possessed and then Teeny one-shot me, or Teeny got possessed and Teeny one-shot me. Play it back? We could do that. Hang on. Hang on. What's the easiest way to do this? Hold on, I'm freezing up so many options. Hold on, I'm opening my stream on YouTube. Options. Hold on, I'm opening my stream on YouTube. Options. Hold on, I'm opening my... Pause. All right. Where is it? Gotta find after I'm dead. All right, right here. Okay. Gotta do some frame by frame analysis here. All right, right there. That right. Look how fast that was. Look how much health I lost. Look. All right. I had 5 stacks. No, it wasn't me. Look, I had 5 stacks of the thingy. There is a red health bar in the raid. It was Teeny. Then there it is. It was not my fault. That was not my fault. No. That was not my fault. Yo, I was willing to believe it might have been, but no, that's not my fault. Teeny was too strong. Bro, my hit point bar, look at this, just went gone. See, 10.5k, I lived, and then she hit me again for, where is it? Right there. There's the second. That's crazy. It wasn't even the boss. 100% of the damage that killed me was the Revenant. Because the Revenant just downed me in the red field before the red field triggered, and then the red field killed my downstate. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, that was fun. Traitor Teeny. Yo, in that one fight, where am I going? Arborstone. In that one fight, I had an Elementalist misform my Signet of Mercy, and then a Revenant popped me like a balloon when they got mind controlled. Holy crap. Yeah, you don't want to use Harrier's gear for this build. You want to use tank gear so you can survive when your teammates try to kill you. Will you form a Saris CM Prog eventually? Oh, hell no. No. In the time it would take me to get a kill on Saris, like, I'm confident I could. But in the time it would take me to get a kill, I could like, full clear another, like, indie game. I'd rather try other games. Where is Daily Strike? Old Lion's Court. Oh my god, Old Lion's Court. What happened to make Muk play a guardian? I'm trying every healer in the game and making thoughts videos about them, and today is Healbender. Bend healer. The chances of that happening were teeny. I legit say it's not possible for me to get a Sarah CM kill this time. If it's possible, okay, maybe this is me having too much confidence in myself. But again, I have in the past done server first progression 20 hours a week in World of Warcraft, all right? Like, doing that, slamming my head against something until we eventually get it is no stranger to me. However, I had 9 extremely competent teammates. I don't have a group like that these days, all right? Even if you threw me in one, it would take a lot of attempts to get the kill, and it's not time I'm willing to put in. Okay. Oh, swap, start staff. Alright, don't CC, just, you can stack condies, you can stack boons, just don't CC it yet, please. Oh god. Oh my god. Alright, if that happens again, I'm leaving. Because that's, like, the stupidity there was insane. EU numero uno, by the way. Please tell me that was Teeny. Teeny said my bad, so I think it was. Blarg heal. Someone said their game crashed. 2 people aren't in the instance, you potato. They had 2 attempts to get in here. Did the music just stop? Now we just fight in awkward silence for 10 minutes? What kind of build is this? Ah, bad one. Hey, there's the music. I'm about to flavor Richard Grieco. All right. Welcome to Flavor Town. Is Itchy Shortbow still bad? I'm not a fan of it. I think it might have some uses in like World World though. Music. I was a good boy. This is worse. Come on, guys. I feel attacked. You guys should know about the age. Oh my god, the fattest of bliss. All of you get up. Be in my stream every day. We've got a serious problem. What? Really? We're on it. Top men. You should know about the age. Really? Oh my gosh. Top men. Click. Go ninja. Go ninja. Go. Click. 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 How would you know? I'm a potato. Where was I? I'm angry now. Booty. I'm a potato. I haven't had this glitch in this instance ever. I've had this one in Canaan Overlook where there's like no music and it just gets creepy quiet the whole time. I've never seen this here though. Crap, 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 crap. Muckluk, Douglas Moth on the original, that's why the fourth, that's a Chauncey Van Stuffle, the third one was you, dear viewer, to the left.
5 years.
Without missing
almost
a
6
single day.
Oh my god. I don't take a weekend. Ting, ting, ting.
5 years.
In a row. Oh, music's back, yay! Mug is so enamored by the content and see the potato. I'm a little busy. We're already down 2 people. Hang on. This is serious business. I'm grouped with one person who CCs with no regard, one person who kills me when they get the chance, one person who dodges revives, and 2 corpses. There is some overlap though, but I gotta focus up. I gotta lock in. Oh god. Ah, the bow! Freaking takes 6 weeks to start healing. Thank you. And I'm down again. Whee! Using ground symbol thing. Dead. Rip. We'll see if they can finish this. You got 1 healer left right now. That death was not because of anyone else. That death was just like I started taking a burst of damage and I used the tools I had and they don't heal quick enough. The shout heal is better on it was on cooldown. It was on cooldown. I used the bow because the shout was not available. Coming to spend my birthday with you guys for a bit. What's up, Storm? Hey, Mug. Hey, Maddie. It's def no heal chrono. This is definitely no heal anything else. This is weaker healing output than Berserker, Blade Sworn, Herald, Firebrand, Druid, Untamed, Scrapper, Mechanist, Tempest, Scourge, or Chrono. Not saying this doesn't have a use. This is extremely simple to play. And it's probably fine for 80% of the content in the game. But the buttons it has are pretty dookie. It feels. Again, these are my impressions after playing it for less than an hour. But we were also, we were 8-manning most of this fight. I think you guys should GG. Yeah, there's still all 3 robots up. There's like 2 of you left. Have you tried to heal Deadeye yet? I've never heard of that. Alright, I am going to forego the damage and change to Givers. This thing is so freaking fragile. Look, have you tried to insert favorite class yet? Yeah. Alright. Day 3 of trying to get Mug to answer how he likes maces on Druid. It's fantastic, Green. It is really, really good. Like, they give regen and vigor and prot uptime. And you can also... Hold on. They give regen, vigor, and prot. And also they increase healing output. Because the Mace 2 does a burst heal in addition to the regen application. So that's healing that you actually did not have before. How's Sword Necro? I've only tried it on Sword Support Scourge. And honestly, it just... It doesn't provide any utility for Support Scourge, it's just a longer ranged attack. So it's nice, but it's just kind of like whatever. I haven't been testing DPS stuff. You only use main hand mace for healing, offhand to still warn. True, yes. For support druid, it's mace or horn staff. Interrupt green. What do you think is the least played support class from what you've seen? Well, I had never seen a Healbender before. I am only playing this because chat swore to me it was a real thing. I have never seen a Heal Catalyst, a Healbender, or... what was one of the other weird ones? Heal Mirage in, like, a very long time? But those were all things that, you know, people are like, those exist. And I was like, okay, I will try them. Heal Deadeye? I've never seen a Heal Deadeye. Heal Harvey? I have never seen a Heal Harvey. I've only seen DPS or quick DPS Harbingers. Heal Deadeye sounds stupid. Sounds like Anna from Overwatch. I'm just pre-casting the arrow during those now. I wonder when you do the F2, where in the dash it gives the boons to the people around you. Because, like, if you're in range of them at the beginning of the dash, but not the end of the dash, do they get the boons? Red, delete, interrupt red, delete red, just delete it. Plus again has a possibility to provide both quickness and alack. Just to clarify, that's not at the same time. There's no support build that can give its whole group quickness and alack at the same time. But you can have, like, Chrono can give them all quick or all alack, which is still really cool. Oh, we gotta move. Swiftness symbol, just in case. Watch out for the expanding red circle that's kind of close to us. We gotta move. Careful not to CC the big explodey one. Watch out for the vacuum. Dang it. I tried Signet Res on one, he teleported out of it, I had to cancel cast, and then when it came off cooldown, the other guy was dead. I've got 30 seconds on Signet of Mercy. Oh, nice, nice. You guys got revived. We need to revive if you can. Four seconds and I can Signet Rest someone. Holy hell. We need to DPS the thing that's in the middle of the room. Those puddle placements, yeah, juicy. Interrupt blue on this one. There's a puddle under red, be careful. It's coming online in a moment. Oh god. Alright, we're on green now. I'm rezzing. If the fight lasts that long, I can Signet in 10 seconds on the guy that's far away. Nice. Ah, first try. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so on that fight, the whole, like, I can't heal or provide boons very well if I'm not wailing on a target was really apparent. Because, like, as I was having to, like, run all over the room to dodge our terrible puddle placement, my, like, you know, the boons and healing I was provided kept going down, 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 down. Did not feel great. Ugh. Alright, Icebird Saga. That was the BS called Old Lion's Court. I'm really glad I brought Signet of Mercy. It got like 4 uses over that strike. Are you in EU now? Yes. When were all the new emotes added? You have to be more specific. We've been sprinkling in new emotes over time on a constant basis. Merc Sled, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Welcome. Well, like, for example, the bow, it's like, look, I target an area, I do a cast, bow spawns, it does a cast, then healing starts hitting that area. Doing that when people were running around, it was like, it is a good skill. It's a very good healing tool, but it was only feasible when we were like roughly in the same general area and we were staying in that area. Is it Spectre time soon? Maybe.
This storm isn't normal. Blocking us from following Vanguard? Makes you wonder if it's intentional, and who's pulling the strings. Watch yourself out there, Commander.
Spectre is one that I have not yet played. It's time for them to add quickness to Soul Beast. I would be surprised if they did, because Soul Beast is a constant balancing nightmare. And also, Untamed already has quick. Soul Beast is the reason for so many nerfs in Ranger over the past 5 years. Because Soul Beast merges with the pet, and then uses Sick'em and multiplies their damage by a massive amount, and then they do some skill, and it's like, oh, when Soul Beast does this with Sick'em, it's OP, we gotta nerf that skill. And so they're the reason that Druid Staff has been nerfed multiple times, they're the reason that commands are no longer shouts and don't work with Rune of the, what is it, Soldier or Trooper or something like that, the Condi cleansing one. They're the reasons for a lot of Ranger nerfs, because any time that there's a problem with Soul Beast, they nerf the whole Ranger class, not just Soul Beast, which is silly. Who is that? Exorcius, you can click on us on the map. There's a waypoint under our dots that you could port to. Okay. Stand your ground so you don't get knocked down. Using Vulns, so I'll swap staff and just reapply boons. It's about to do the huge knockdown. So here's stand your ground again. And cast Blarg. There we go.
Sounds like that worked out okay.
Hi Muck, is Heal Warrior easy to play? Heal Warrior. Okay, so just last week I did a video where I played Heal Berserker for the first time, and I played Heal Bladesworn for the first time. Neither of them was terribly complicated. They were not difficult to learn in terms of what buttons to press, in my opinion. However, Berserker was very, very high APM. Like, you know the meme of the guy like... and, you know, he's like sweating bullets and he's mashing... That's Berserker. You are mashing keys like a mother mucker when you are playing Berserker. Bladesworn, not as much. But at the same time, I would probably say I liked Berserker more. Because Berserker, with Warrior, you're using the new staff healing weapon. And the staff healing weapon is probably, in my opinion, the most busted weapon of all the new weapons. It is so good. It is very powerful. It is an insane kit. And the Bladesworn spends half their time in Gunsaber. So they're using the OP new healing weapon less than the Berserker is, who is slamming keys. So that's my feedback. They are both viable. They both work. One provides quickness and has extremely high APM. The other provides alacrity and does not. How about Warrior Healbreaker? I was testing in PvE. In PvE, people only want a support that provides quickness or alacrity. Spellbreaker does not provide either of those, so there was no point in testing it because no one would let you in their group. Stand your ground. Mike, have you tried all the new weapons for the new classes? I have been doing a thing where I go through each class and try their support builds with the new weapons if possible for the past couple weeks. Today is Willbender. That's where we're at right now. Stand your ground before the hammer knocks you down. I just hit pet attack on the guy that was full health to get my non-existent pet off of the other one. Shows you guys what I mean. Doing double rain of healing arrows on this spot. And it's starting to run out. Alright, Casblarg. There we go. That worked out okay. I felt like I had all the tools I needed for that one. Because, you know, the bears are serious business. Boop, 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 boop. If you grow your hair longer, a lot longer, I think you'd look like Billy Mitchell. How do you feel about that? Billy Mitchell. I think his hairline's better than mine. I got this Vegeta thing going on. So I don't know. Similar, sure. But I think he's got a better hairline. For Rainier. Ranger Mainhand Mace. Ranger Mainhand Mace, very, very good support weapon. It has replaced Axe for Druid. And I plan on testing, I'm sure someone else has already tried it, but I plan on trying for myself Untamed Mace Warhorn Staff. Untamed Healer up until this point has had to use Staff. When is NG planned? Oh god, I'm trying, dude, the short bow is such a bitter pill. NG without short bow is one thing. NG with short bow, I am trying to build up enough willpower to do it. Oh. One person is zoning in. I tried short bow in the testing room for like 45 minutes and was not fun. How's the Guardian Guide coming along? Let's see. Willbender. Easiest support to learn, worst one in effectiveness. There you go. That's the title page. I started in the wrong weapon. Fixing that now. Do you like Firebrand? Firebrand, very challenging to learn how to play. It effectively has 5 weapons. Because your Weapon 1, Weapon 2, F1, F2, and F3 each pull up a new weapon set. So there are 25 buttons on your 1 through 5 keys that you have to learn. Very challenging to learn them all. But it does have tools for nearly every problem in the game. So I would say it's higher skill cap than most healers. And higher difficulty than most healers. And, but if you're good at playing it, you can do more than most healers. Which, I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, if you have one class that when played at the absolute peak, it's here, and another class is harder to play, so the average player's here, but if played at the peak, it's up here, is that okay? Like, I don't know. Arrows. But anyway, that's Heal Warrior. Or, sorry, I said Heal Warrior. That's Heal Brand. Heal Brand. That's what we were talking about. Just precasting arrows, because I know we're about to take a lot of hits. And reviving. I'll save this segment. Don't need it here. Standing in the middle of the room so I don't get frozen. And then I run circles around the frozen people to flaunt my mobility. And keep in mind that my first, like, 3 or 4 years playing Guild Wars 2, Firebrand was the only healer allowed in Fractals. Because of the excessive stability and Aegis. And at that time, Tempest and Druid did not have access to stability at all. Madi says, Monk, which build do you think is best on the new support healers? If we're just talking the new stuff, the Rifle Chrono has been my favorite so far. If we're only talking, like, what's your favorite thing among the builds that I had not played before the big patch? It's Rifle Chrono. That, the rifle was good. Like, the Warrior Staff was better than the Chrono Rifle. The rifle was good, but the Chrono was amazing, and combined it was wild. If I ever try to party as Condi Chrono, will I get laughed out of the party? I don't know enough about Mesmer DPS builds to answer that question. I would have... Dude, I would be Googling to see if that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe chat will tell you in a few seconds. I know Condi Virtuoso is extremely popular. I see a lot of those. So let's do a redeem from the queue. I got 2 people saying there is a Condi Chrono and 1 person saying there is no Condi Chrono. And 1 person that said there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Small tip there, you can dodge the big red circles after you split up. You can dodge roll your own red circle. You just can't dodge roll other people's red circles. Have you watched the live action Avatar yet? I've seen some clips from it, and it didn't make me want to watch it. Like Aang flying at the beginning without a glider, which it was a major plot point that he couldn't do that. Like in Korra, one of the villains could fly without a glider or anything, and that was like a major story element. There was them basically like changing the writing of what was it? Sokka to make him more likable. And, like, you know, him being kind of a jerk at the beginning was, like, a major growing experience. So, I don't know. I watched some clips of it, and it didn't really make me want to watch it, so I didn't. Hashtag consumer. People are so spread out right now. Do I get Aegis from... Okay, F3 gives me Aegis. Alright. I'm gonna cast Blarg. put arrows in front of us. Only the animated show will make the fans happy and nothing else ever. Here's the thing, I even as a child, I wondered this, and even now as an adult, I wondered this. Why, when they turn an animated show into a... Oh, God. Why did you pull that guy into the... I could Signal to Mercy one of them. So the downstate either ported into the boss, or someone pulled the downstate into the boss. Okay. Alright. What was I saying? Oh, when they've got something like a manga, or a comic, if it's like, you know, Marvel or something, or a successful animated show, and they're gonna make it live action, why don't they just use the comic, or whatever, the source material, as the f***ing script? Like, we've already established that we like that. But they never do. They always have to be like, you know, add in some extra stuff. And then people don't like that extra stuff. Hashtag Muck Thoughts. Just literally, line by line, scene by scene, camera angle by camera angle. Just use the comic as the script. Just record the people doing every panel. Just do that. We like that. Oh. Audio's so stupid, they'll have to get over everything. Aang's big serious conflict was, I don't want to kill, it conflicts with my belief. Korra kept going against the wisdom of her teachers, banging her head and crying about it. Korra was kind of like an ego trip, right? So Korra, from a super young age, like as a friggin' toddler, could firebend, waterbend, and earthbend. And she didn't have to, like, try for 2 of those. She just had 3 of them out the gate and then had to try for airbending. And because of that, she was really cocky and had a big head. Which, honestly, okay, there's characters like that. I don't think that's, like, you know, too crazy. I would say I liked the original more than... Like, I watched all of Korra. The thing that I didn't like as much about it is, in so many shows, Avatar's one, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann was another. It's like, the first season is fighting the big evil, and, it's really memorable. And the second season is, like, politics after the fact. Korra was one of those, where the Korra was politics after the Aang adventure. I hate politics. Dude, muck politics. So, like, any show where, season 2 or the sequel or whatever is mostly about, like, politics after the thing happened, I'm, ugh. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Signet of Mercy does not have enough cast time to get you if you're in that many puddles. Ooh, almost had enough CC, but not quite. Get ready, dodge. Oh, I tried to use my F3 for an Aegis there instead of dodging, but the F3 has a 3/4 second cast time, so that did not work out. Using Blarg. Good job with the projectile bubble. Oh god, I can't heal while he's over there. Get back here, Bone Skinner, I can't heal them. Did that Willbender charge go like triple the usual distance? I'm Signet of Mercy. No! And I got wasted. They got moved out of it. That's fine. They got saved. They got saved. Oh, does Mighty Blow root you in place? I think it does. Healing arrows. What? I got CC'd and I wasn't in the cone. Oh my god. I'm downstate. I'm using... Oh, okay. I'm up. I'm mercying the faraway guy. Cancelled it because he got himself up. I went like triple the normal distance there. There was 2 times during that... I want to show you guys something. Chat, look at this. Watch this dash. There was a couple of times during that fight, I went like 3 times that distance. I used that move and was like all the way to the other side of the Bone Skinner. F1 can go far if you don't have a target. True. Yeah, you're right. I was using F1 with Bone Skinner targeted. Wait, what is my guy doing? Yo, do you guys... Hey, people in-game, do you guys see my character? Does he look really pissed off to y'all? On my end, I'm just perpetually screaming. Looks normal to me. I don't want to play this character anymore. Typical Bone Skinner healer. Oh, he's like leaning in too. Print it for future memes and thumbnails. I mean, I could screenshot that at any time, but that is pretty funny. Yeah. He stays. Dude, that shaking fist, he's so angry. Alright. GG. Do y'all want to do Cold War or stop here? I'll leave it up to the masses. Guess we have the Willbender thumbnail ready. Maybe. Little fella having his seizure. Did you guys see the thumbnail from this morning? I was really proud of this one. Hang on. So I was trying to get a good picture of Harold's scepter, and I snapped this photo. I want to point out, that's not edited. That is just a screenshot. I haven't done anything to it yet at that point in time. That's insane. That is nutty. And this is what I did with it. The graphic is compensating for the sword's actual utility. Someone said pet chip. Alright, hang on. I have to go now. Alright, we lost. Oh, someone else already joined. Okay. Muck, make sure F2 hits the boss as your primary source of a lack. I'm pretty sure the lack is provided whether it hits the boss or not. Hang on. Yeah, we got a lack. Does it give more lack if it hits like a pylon or something? What? I don't know why it charged that way. I had the mouse over there. You get extra lack on every 5th attack or something like that. Oh, okay. Alright. I redeemed the King Tato. I am behind on quite a few right now. But I'll go ahead and do that one because you're talking. Yes, this whole, like, I only provide good boons around me when I'm hitting something is very noticeable right now. Like, I can't just, even though the whole group is pretty much piled up right now, I can't buff them well. Ah! He died right when I did it. I went flying off. Do I have any Condi cleanse for teammates that doesn't involve me blast comboing? I think the F2 might have had a Condi cleanse. Purging Flames, not on my bar at the moment. I've got Signet of Mercy in the bow. F2 is -3 Condis. The F2 only says it removes Immobilization, Chill, and Cripple. Does it remove others, like the ones that matter? It's a trade in virtues? Okay, so is the tooltip just incomplete? Later, Muck, I was doing. See ya, Abyss! 3 minutes remaining. Muck is Willbendering on EU. Yeah, for today only. Bjorn says, Admok, what heal build would you suggest for someone new to Guild Wars 2 healing? Funny enough you say that. The build I'm playing right now, Willbender, is actually extremely easy to learn. However, in my own personal opinion, the healing output it provides is a bit lower than other options. This would be totally fine, and this is easy to learn, and it would be totally fine in groups for like 80 to 90% of the game. But in the top end stuff, I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't keep up. But that's also possible that I'm just playing it poorly because I'm new. You know, like it just full disclosure. Mechanist and Druid, I think comparatively are not difficult to learn. Berserker and Bladesworn healers are not difficult to. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Hang on. Berserker Bladesworn healers are not difficult to learn, but they Berserker has extremely high APM. So that is something to keep in mind. Heal Tempest is easy too. Disagree. The APM is not very high on Heal Tempest, but the amount of keys you need to hit, like the number of different buttons, was very high compared to other options. But, I mean, if you stick to any class long enough, you'll learn it, you'll get used to it, but I'm just making comparisons here. Heal Tempest had a lot of different keys, because you've got your fire keys, your earth keys, your air keys, your water keys, and then your 6 through 0 keys, and some of those keys are different depending on the element you're in, too. Did you do Scourge yet? No. I have experience playing Scourge, but I haven't done like a dedicated, you know, new review on Scourge like I have some of these others. Still on the to-do list. I'll probably do it with main hand sword too, just to see how it feels. GG. Scourge hasn't been yeah, Scourge has a lot of flexibility with their weapon. You could easily do heal Scourge with main hand dagger, or main hand sword, or main hand scepter. And all have small strengths and weaknesses, but really none of them have a huge impact on the playstyle. They usually want the offhand torch because it helps with, I think it's a might generation? There's one boon that comes from the offhand torch. To the squad group. Thank you guys for the run. Appreciate that. Torch 5 is CC is might. There you go. Yeah, that's the one. Let's see. Lord Fifth says, "Hey Muck, I'm a fairly new player to Gears 2. Any chance you have a video for keybinds? I'm struggling." I'm afraid I don't have a video on that topic. Typically, like, I can show you my keybinds. That doesn't mean you're gonna like them. Definitely, like, if there's something, you know, you can change anything in here. Like, for example, profession skills. Instead of F1, F2, F3, I often use Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3. That just, for whatever reason, works easier for me. I got a few weird ones. Like, my heal skill is Alt-Q. I usually hit Alt-Q instead of 6. That just works for me. Heal Spectre, Deadeye next to review. I had never heard of Heal Deadeye before today. That was not even on my list. I feel like you're just making stuff up now. Alright. Let me go back to the room to review this. Finally managed to catch one of your streams. Hello, Wardion. Welcome. I can't even hit the shift button and the numbers with one hand comfortably. With me, I can't, like, hang on. I mean, I got big skeleton hands here. All right, so here's my hand. All right. My left pinky can hit shift, and then I just move that finger there for 1. Or shift 2, shift 3, shift 4, or shift 4, shift 5. Like, my left pinky is almost resting on the shift key. So that's really easy. And then if I want to do Alt Q, it's just thumb Alt and then Q. So it's just bam. That's it. The veins. Yeah. Skinny boy. Ah. Okay. Let's go in here. Does anyone use an MMO mouse? I'm using a Razer Basilisk. It's got 2 buttons on the left-hand side. I tried using those mice that had like 9 buttons on the left-hand side, and I kept hitting the wrong keys. So I went back to the ones that just have 2 on the left, and that works well for me. Do you move mostly with mouse buttons? So my mouse, I will, like, I'm just using the forward key on the keyboard right now, and I'm using the mouse to steer. Like my WASD is, my A and the D are strafing, so I turn with the mouse. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Alright, let's change everything back to Harriers for now. Alright, that's all the armor. That's all the trinkets. And that's the weapons. Alright, chat, let's do a review. Alright, hey everyone, Mukluk here, and today I was reviewing Willbender, which I did not even think was an actual thing, because I've never grouped with one, but everyone was telling me, it's real, it's on Snow Crows. I looked, I found a guide for it, and I was like, okay, this will be the next stop on my journey to try all the healers. So, without further ado, the Willbender. I am going to briefly beat on this just to show I've got a decent handle of the rotation, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to start with staff. I'm going to use the 3 and 4 just to get some boons on people. Swap to the hammer, F2, F1, which forces you to move. Use my elite skill, Feel My Wrath. We've already got boons, so many boons. And F2, F1 again. And we can occasionally use the 2 key to do a blast finisher, which with our symbol on the ground is an area condition cleanse, and also with Relic of Caracosa does a small heal on people around us, but not us. Not us. So, as you can see, we've got, boons. We've got Prot. We've got Fury with like 80% uptime, but, you know, a DPS will fill in the gap. A little bit of resolution, lots of alacrity, lots of regen, 25 might. We got Swiftness. Quickness is coming from the console to simulate me being grouped with someone giving me quickness, and we get the occasional Aegis. So, that is all of that. Already, I will say, of the, I think now 12 heal builds I know the basics of how to play, or I'm fluent in, this is the easiest one to learn. However, there is some cons to that. So, I'm going to turn on Moderate Threatening Field. I usually use Extreme for my tests, but this will make sense in a moment. So, here's this, and I'm going to run in, and I'm going to try to get boons up. Same thing. All right. So I'm just going to teleport into save time, throw down Swiftness, do the pole dancing thing, swap to this. I'm going to F2, F1 for boons. I'm going to use G, and I am going to use 2 for blast finisher. And you see my health is doing okay right now. It's doing okay, but it is slowly going down. I'm going to F2, F1 again. I'm going to use fire one of the healing longbow things. It's like the summoned bow that does healing arrows that rain down, to top myself off a bit, and we're doing all right. That's the tier 2 agony field, and that's with Harrier. Aren't you in full giver? No. Look, Harrier's healing power. You got me double checking here. No, I'm in Harrier's. We've got 1,000 toughness. All right, so now I'm going to adjust environment, and I'm going to change this to extreme. Noxxi, cut this part out. Okay, and now once again, I'm going to start on staff just for boons. I'm going to port in there. I'm going to do this and this to keep the boons up. Oh god, I'm almost dead. I'm going to use my healing skill. All right, and then I'm going to use Feel My Wrath, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do F2, F1 to keep... I need to use the bow. It's too late. I'm dead. All right, so I'm going to respawn real quick, and we'll be right back. Noxxi, if you'll just fast forward to when I'm back at the console. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change all my gear to Givers, which sacrifices power for toughness. All right, I'm in Givers gear now, and still an extreme damage field. All right, I'm doing okay. I had to use one of the bows. I'm using my healing skill right now, and we're getting there. I still need to get boons up better. Relic of Caracosa does not heal you. I'm using the other bow. I'm dodging because my dodge gives me a small heal. Okay, lasting just long to get heal. You see, I'm having to use some dodge healing. I'm having to use Bow of Truth. I'm having to use my self heal, and I'm having to use Giver's Gear to survive this damage field. All right, now what was the point of all that? This build is probably the easiest to learn of the 12 healing builds I've learned the basics of how to play so far. However, it has easily what feels like, is if I'm playing it correctly, the lowest healing output. Now, it has more than enough healing output for 80 to 90% of the game. Easily. It'd be fine. It'd be absolutely fine. And I could also be playing it suboptimally. You know, I've been playing this build for a few hours. That's it. These are like my first impressions of it. But my first impressions of it are that as a healer, it feels weaker than literally every other healer in terms of healing. It does a bit more damage than them. That's a pro to it. It does, like, I think someone told me it does over 7k DPS. My arc DPS isn't working at the moment. We're still waiting on a patch at the time of this recording. But it does more DPS than them on average. Another big con to it is you need to be able to hit something to do most of your healing and boons around you. If you don't have something to wail on, you're not providing support around you. So if you've got a moment where I'm fighting the Bone Skinner, and he leaps into the air, and there's a few seconds where we're waiting on him to crash down. My boon and heal output drops dramatically while we're waiting on that. If we're all piled up at the boss and we're trying to get boons up like right at the beginning, but the boss isn't targetable yet because he's monologuing and telling us about his master plan, I cannot get the buffs up very well. I need something to be able to wail on. RTVS is auto-updated again. I tried it an hour ago and it broke. So I'll wait longer. But talking about the kit, you start in staff, 3 and 4 for swiftness and some might generation. Go to the hammer, and you basically use the 1 a whole lot. Every third hit of the 1 skill does Symbol of Protection, which puts protection on the ground, and because it's a symbol, it helps heal allies. Because of the build, there's a trait somewhere in here where your symbols on the ground will heal people, and that's the whole point of that. You're using your F2 and F1 a lot to keep boons up, but you need something to lock onto, otherwise you go flying off into the freaking sunset. And there was a few times where I was doing that on the boss right when the boss went invulnerable because of a phase change, and I went flying off, and I didn't mean to. With Harrier's gear, you have... Actually, does this... I might not have a Jade Core on this guy. Hang on. No, I don't have a Jade Core on this alt. But, because Guardian, you've got lower max health because of that. The Bow of Truth was a pretty cool tool. The Bow of Truth, you use it, and you do a cast time, and then it does a cast time, and then it starts raining healing arrows. However, because of the double cast time and then waiting on the arrows to come down, it does feel like you're waiting 6 weeks for mail delivery. Like, that heal has shipping. Like, if your group is moving around, this is probably not going to hit them. But it's pretty good if your group is all in one area, because it just kind of peppers the area with healing over a period of time. Talking about the utility skills down here, I already showed my build right here, but talking about the utility skills, there's a lot of flexibility here. Just like with Heal Firebrand, you can use Stand Your Ground if you need stability. You can use Signal to Mercy if you're in a pug and you want a way to revive people. Bow of Truth. Sanctuary if you need a CC. Purging Flames for more Condition Cleanse. Oh, our primary source of Condition Cleanse is when you are... Hang on just a second. Noxxi, skip this. Okay, one of our primary sources of Condition Cleanse is when you're auto-attacking with the hammer, every third hit makes a symbol on the ground. Then the 2 skill is a blast finisher, so every time you do that in the symbol, which is a light field, it does an area Condition Cleanse. So you can, if you're wailing on someone, put out some pretty consistent Condition Cleansing via that. Also, the F2, which has a massive tooltip, according to some traits somewhere in here, it will Condition Cleanse on allies. Activating Virtue Skill 2 removes conditions for nearby allies. Virtue Skill 2's passive effect is stronger. Only part of that updates this tooltip. It does not actually say on here that it removes conditions from allies, but it apparently does. So your F2, which is this little dash, is also a Condition Cleanse on nearby allies. But most of what you have readily available is this. Now that is a Condition Cleanse on a 4-second cooldown if you're in a situation where you can beat on a boss. Pretty good. That's not too bad. And plus, if you need more Condition Cleansing, you can swap a utility skill for Purging Flames. And that honestly doesn't feel that different from playing my Druid on like Slothosaur, where I have some skills that can cure conditions, but if I need more, I could swap out, like I could bring in Healing Spring and then I've got more. So Condition Cleansing, decent on this guy. Healing output, acceptable. It's high enough for most content in the game, but it definitely does not have the as bursty an element as many of the other healers for sure that I have tried. And again, subject to, I could be making mistakes because I'm new to it. I was trying to think if there was anything else. The movement skills, like I said, the movement skills, if you lose your target for a second, like if the Bone Skinner suddenly leaps in the air, you go flying off into the distance. You need something to wail on to do most of your healing and your Condition Cleansing. If you don't have something to target right in front of you, it is difficult to do that. And the actual healing output of it, to me, felt quite low than all the other classes I tried. This is, hands down, the easiest of the 12 supports I know so far to learn. So if you're interested in learning support, this does work for lots of fights in the game. You do have access to like projectile block if you need to bring it for fight, stability if you need to bring it for a fight. You still have the exceptional toolbox that Guardians have available to you, which is really, really good. But just to the times where like I needed to like, we did Old Lion's Court today. It was one of the dailies. And Old Lion's Court, there was so many times where we have to run around the room because of bad puddle placement with the pug and stuff like that. And this felt awful. It felt really bad. We were like charging all over the place while we're running around. I couldn't do good healing. I couldn't do good condition cleanse because we needed to be like, you know, in melee range on a target, and we were running all over the place. And it was nice having Signet of Mercy. I had a revive skill on a rather short cooldown, so that was good. Thank you. And yeah, I think that was basically it. Did not really have the urge to play this ever again. I do not find myself with the urge to play this ever again. But that's kind of where I left off. That's kind of how I felt by the end of it. Yeah, I think that's it. It's got decent mobility, but you constantly have to use it to kind of zigzag back and forth on the boss, which is dangerous sometimes. Have to be able to melee something to heal and cleanse well. You have some other healing tools, but the bow takes time to kind of boot up. Your heal skill is probably your biggest burst heal, but it is, you know, it is on a cooldown. That's really like your only big one. And you do have flexibility, and it is easy to learn. Those are the strong points. You have flexibility, and it's easy to learn. Con, it feels like the roof of the healing potential for this class, assuming I was playing it correctly, was not great. I have never had this much trouble healing like strike missions or even through the damage fields as I did on this character. All right, I think that's everything. I think that's all my thoughts on Willbender, which I didn't really know existed before today. If you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, or feedback on how I did this wrong, feel free to throw it in the comment section down below. I will hear it out. It's absolutely possible that I was doing something mistaken here, but this is what I ended up trying out. We did get through the strikes, but man, it was rocky. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, I see no comment section down below. Well, you're just typing in the chat, Uni. You're in the comment section right now. Please, Mug, tell me NG Shortbow is really good now. NG Shortbow is really good now. Okay, I've told it to you. Do you want me to tell you the truth now? Let's see. Chip just staring. Chip was staring to the right because my wife brought in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to me in the middle of that video. That's what it was. Mug, can I ask why you're using Feel My Wrath? Because the guide I was following on Snow Crows told me to. That's why. That's it. I could have used something else, but that's why. Yeah, it's probably for Fury uptime on the party. Chip target system locked on the sandwich, yeah. Hey Chip, what's up? Do you smell peanut butter? I am Alchemy says, I've been trying to get into this game so hard, but it's hard for me to stay engaged with it. When will you say the game becomes more fun, I guess? I'm not big into doing missions and stories. For me, the game's combat system is what I really fell in love with. And from like a pretty low level, I got hooked on the game just because the combat system felt so fluid. Like, the ability to move around and utilize your environment and do the way the combat skills work in this game, I really, really liked. It might not be for you. It might not be for everyone. But I got hooked on it pretty early on. In terms of other game modes, if there's other game modes you might like, you can do dungeons from around, I think, like level 30 something. Once you're max level, though, which doesn't take that long, once you're max level, you've got fractals, you've got strikes, you've got raids. Pre-max level, you can do PvP, you can do World v World when you go into those who are scaled up to level 80, and you can mess around in those and see if you like those more. Things like that. Alright. Let me put this character back where he was parked. Yeah, I really have no desire to play Willbender again. Alright, it was fine. It's kind of cool having symbols always on the ground, but that was it.
I think Garm can take care of himself.
Maybe. I'm going after him.
Graham, do not go out onto the lake. That's an order.
Kudos for trying it. It's still mostly a meme. I was honestly surprised to see it was on Snow Crows at all. I was like, oh shoot, is this real? And then I tried it. I was like, this feels bad unless I'm doing something really wrong. Mark, what about Heal Dragon Hunter? Do you guys remember how much flack I got when I tried those lingering light heal builds? Because of that, I'm not even going to bother trying builds that do not provide quickness or alacrity, because the community has made it very crystal clear what they feel about that. So that means Heal Spellbreaker is out, Heal Dragon Hunter is out, etc. It's a shame, because I'd rather play Spellbreaker than Berserker or Bladesworn, personally. Okay, this character is once again parked. Alright, Samich. Why no Heal Spellbreaker? It doesn't provide quickness or alacrity, so no major groups would let you in. I think they're just cracked out. A few of their builds I've seen were like, this is 44k, and I try it, and I'm sweating bullets, and I get 18k. So we just be all bad for all I know. I mean, they do, when they test stuff, it's usually a really good player under perfect conditions in the testing room. Can it solo heal, though? What? You mean, like, can a Heal Spellbreaker solo heal a raid? I don't know. Like, I'll say that, the staff healing is very, very high. I don't know if it's enough for 10 people. If I get above 20k, then it's good enough for me. I know I'm bad. Above 20k. I want to play Heal Rev and PvE so badly, but no Quick Alack. Yeah, you could play Heal Quick Herald. Or there's a rework coming to Renegade in a couple weeks. I would wait on learning Renegade until after that, because I don't know what that's going to change. But then, we'll have to revisit Heal Alack Renegade and see how it feels after that. Renegade rework? Yeah, on, what is it, March 19th? They're changing the way that Kala works heavily. They showed some, a little bit of footage of it in the last Twitch broadcast they did, where they were showing some future stuff. To be honest, most warrior mains agreed that it'll actually be on Spellbreaker, not Bladesworn, but the chance that ANET gets the memo is lower than my self-esteem. Lol. My guess is because, okay, as a not warrior, I am way more scared of Spellbreakers in PvP than I am any other warrior. That's not to say that a Bladesworn or a Berserker won't kill me from time to time, but Spellbreaker will control the entire fight and punch me right in the windows to the System 32 files. I won't get to play the game fighting a good Spellbreaker. So it feels like the Spellbreaker is the PvP class. Like, it's the PvP god among the warrior elite specs. I'm guessing that ArenaNet feels the same way, so they decided to make the other two things provide the quickness and alacrity. Alright. Done with that. Knife says it's funny because going for 50% benchmark is a funny thing to hear as someone who used to get yelled at in WoW for being below 75%. And in WoW, it's much more streamlined. Guild Wars 2 has way more freedom in making builds, which means it's much easier to make a bad build. It's very, very easy to make terrible builds in this game. But you really have to, like, min-max to get to the really good ones. Is there a giveaway this Tuesday? Yeah, I'll have something tonight. I'll put something together. I heard Spellbreaker are weak to Condi. Is that true? I've also heard that. I've never really felt that way in combat, though. Maybe you just need a lot of repeated applications or something in a very short amount of time, but... yeah, and then it's the Bladesworn. They had to repeatedly nuke from orbit to stop it from destroying PvP with shout spam. I also fondly remember Bladesworn jumping in the water in World v World and then Dragon slashing straight up and shooting like a missile out of the air and going right over the World v World keep walls. That was fun. As much as the content creators say, the Star game can be cleared at 8 to 10k DPS. It's just people want to clear fast. Yeah. Yeah, most raid bosses can be cleared if every person in the raid's doing 10k or higher. But if you've got everyone doing 20k or higher, you're doing so much damage you're skipping mechanics. And like Gorseval, he has this whole like the whole updraft phase. You entirely skip that if you have everyone in the group doing more than 20k. If you got everyone doing 40k, oh my god, that fight's just gonna take a couple minutes. What area are you in? Mistlock Sanctuary. It's a town in space above the game. See, like, here's Mistlock, and then if I zoom out, there's the world. I've got a video on it, ! Mistlock, if you are interested. But yeah, it's a town that has everything packed in a very tight area. Very convenient. I'd call that a village at best. Oh gosh, I'd call you wrong at best. If you're all doing 50k, the boss says GG and runs. He just throws his loot down and backs away. He's like, here, okay, just take it. God. I can't even select the bank or TP. Just use the interact button. There's the bank. There's the TP. You don't even need the mouse. Just tap the F key. Isn't it technically below? Well, I would assume Mistlock is in the mist, so I think it's probably like on another plane of existence or something. Because like if I go down there, I don't see Tyria down there. I don't see Tyria up there either. May lightning strike me down. I always assume it's in the fractals. Maybe. Alright, well, I'm glad to have the heal bending behind me. I should add it to the sheet. Alright. Willbender, yes. Revive tricks, Signet of Mercy. Boon upkeep difficulty. Requires melee range. Stability, yes. Aegis. Did Willbender have group Aegis? I wasn't using shield, and I didn't have tomes. If you bring the advanced shout. Alright. Cleanses. Yes. Needs melee range. Difficulty. Very easy. Notes. Felt easy to learn, but worse healer. Still good enough for most content. Alright. That's my thoughts on that. Does Willbender still have disproportionate self-alack compared to other alack? I'm not sure. I think I was giving everyone 100% alack uptime. F2 or F3 had Aegis. Willbender F3 gave self Aegis, not everyone Aegis. What's your favorite healer? Druid? On some days, I love playing Mech and Scourge. And of everything else I've tried over the last few days, Chrono. Druid has such a nice bag of tools. It provides every one of the expected boons. It has very good healing. You've got the utility. Now, granted, a lot of these do nothing. But, like, that can give the group Aegis. That can give the group Fury. That can give the group Regen. It's like you can get one boon from this mess on a wild card. This can do AoE projectile block. Stuff like that. So you got, like, an extra utilities thing there. And then also, you've got the ability to, res everyone over there. Search and rescue that guy. Allies aid that guy. You've got multiple ways of saving people with revive tricks. And I love that. I love being able to control a situation like that. Like, So Druid just has a lot. Mechanist, really good healer. Very easy to play. Does not have any revive tricks. And I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. I was like, I can't save someone if they make a mistake. So Mechanist, the only con about Mech is no revive tricks. Scourge is really good. The main con for Scourge is it does not have a good way to provide stability to its party on demand. It doesn't have a good way of doing that. So that's the biggest negative thing about Scourge. Chrono also, I mean, it has revive tricks, but after playing all the other heal classes, they suck. Like, it has revive tricks, they're not good. It has the feedback bubble, it has the trait, it has illusion of life. Like, if you compare all three of those combined to Search and Rescue or Signet of Mercy, they're doo-doo. So, honestly, that's not even a reason, but just the total heal Chrono kit, you can instant cast stability the whole party. You can, at 3 times per 10 seconds, heal the party and also cleanse conditions on them with Mantra, and it doesn't require melee range like Willbender. The rifle has decent boons and barrier and healing on everybody that is in range. It's got good utility. Your utilities are not locked in, so you can change them based on the fight. Signet of the Moa is one of the largest CCs in the game, and it has that in its kit, which is a fun little bonus. Has that improved alacrity thing, where its own self-alacrity is stronger than normal alacrity, so you get to use your keys more often. It's just a fun kit, and it's just the main con of the Chrono is if you're not using the, what is it, there's one relic that gives swiftness. If you're not using that, it doesn't give party swiftness very well. And it doesn't have good revive tricks, but it has tons of everything else. Boons, barrier, healing, stability, Aegis, CC, all of that. How much breakbar damage is Moa? I think 600. I can check though. Goers to breakbar. Signet of Humility is 600 breakbar damage. Yep. It is 600. There's not much comparable to that for one click. One example of something that is when a Revenant uses Staff 5 and passes through a fat target. It's comparable. Because Staff 5 does many CCs as you pass through the target. You can also double all of it as Continuum Split. I admit I was mostly using Continuum Split for boons. Like, I would use Continuum Split, smash all the keys, and then they come back off cooldown. I was never really using it for MOA Signet. Can you show us the spreadsheet again? I'm curious about the criteria you're looking for in your healers. I mean, I'm just taking little notes. Someone said, Golem charge. Charge with Summon Flesh Golem is 232. It is less than half of the CC of a MOA. MOA is 600, charge is 232. Basilisk Venom if you proc it on 5 pills. Yep. Basilisk Venom requires a full party, but it basically gives the whole party a buff where on their next attack they CC, and it does 750 total. My notes sheet is this right here. Sanctuary is also good. I think Sanctuary does 700, but it requires the target to be in it for like 6+ seconds. So it is, hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Sanctuary. Okay, Sanctuary does 5 knockbacks or 7 knockbacks if traded. A knockback is 150. So if it's traded and it's on the target for 7 seconds, I think that's 1050 break bar damage. But it takes 7 seconds to do it. There's not many break bars in the game where you have 7 seconds to do it, but on the ones that do, yeah, Sanctuary with trade is insane. Yeah, I'll link it in the chat for anyone interested in this. There's a whole web page on Defiance Bar stuff. Alright, let's see. I got about 45 minutes left. Not enough time to learn another healer from scratch. What else can we do right now? Could easily do a Dragon Storm. Hey? What's up? He back. I think he might have bumped his camera at some point. Seems like it's a bit low. Squish the cat. Plop. What is the best healer in your opinion? It can depend on the fight. Like, if I'm in a pug, I want something that can revive people when they mess up. Example, the other day, I was learning Healbrand. I could not carry my group through Bone Skinner. We wiped on it 5 times. And I was like, forget it. And I swapped to Scourge, and we killed Bone Skinner on the first try, and I hadn't played Scourge in over a month. Like, there are some healers that are capable of carrying a party. There are other healers that are really good if the party's really good. In my opinion, Healbrand is one of those. Healbrand's really good if the party's really good. But if you've got a party that's making mistakes and stuff, a Druid or a Scourge can like hard carry them and get them through the thing. So it depends. It totally depends on what's going on. You manage with Willbender? True. That means Healbender is better support than Healbrand. That is actually what that means. What build do you use on Heal Scourge? Hold on. Do I have a link to it still? One sec. Okay, there's a link there for my Necro, and you can inspect my Necro using that. If anybody would like to get some easy money with a chance of 1,000 gold, if you're lucky enough to get the infusion, I'm gonna do a Dragon Storm, just to go unga bunga. You're all invited if you're on EU. Unga bunga? Yes, unga bunga. I am on EU currently. Alright, zoning in. Yeah, I definitely do not feel like there is just one best healer. However, I was doing this experiment to kind of see if my favorite healer would change. And so far, I've learned that I actually like Heal Chrono way more than I thought I would. But its res potential is crap. So I don't think I'm going to be like playing it more than I play Druid, because it's not going to get a group out of a dicey situation. Like, if you've got a stable group, Heal Chrono, and many of the other healers also are awesome. But if you've got a group that's anything less than good, it's not going to hard carry them. I'm really wanting to play Mechanist like Engine's abilities, but I'm not touching it until I have more options for mechs. That green thing is awful. I mean, then you may not ever be... I don't know if they're ever going to add more options. But you're right. If they had a thing in the gem store that made your mech look like 2B from Nier Automata, oh my god, yo. They'd be rich. They would be absolutely rich. I'd be out there like, Big O, it's show time. Drop a Gundam on somebody. Bob from Overwatch. What if you just mix and match? Like, Bob, do something! And then freaking 2B comes in and just claps him in the face. Like, Autobots transform and roll out. And then a Gundam comes in. This hand of mine is burning red! I was like, what is going on? So many robots. Do you know if there's any plan to have skins or whatever? Don't mind the actual skin, it's way too big. The Jade Mech? None that I know of. I love Ranger class fantasy, but I can't stand pet classes. You might enjoy Soul Beasts. They're merged with their pet and not actually controlling it like 90% of the time. In PvP, there's a lot of merge and unmerge. In PvE, it almost plays like it doesn't have a pet. Necromancer, better pet class than Ranger? Not in this game. As a pet class enjoyer, I can tell you that that is irrefutably wrong. Alright, Necromancer doesn't even have a pet. Stop hitting that button. The boss is here, chat. I always found it weird that cutscene did not have sound like a dragon roar. A lot of the cutscenes, the volume's way too low. Little tip for you, if you ever want to, you can press F11 to open this menu and change the volume, and it will not interrupt cutscenes in the game. So if you're ever in a cutscene and you can't hear anything, you can hit F11, mess with that, but then you usually have to turn it back down afterward. Stability. Hear me out, what if Necromancer does necromancy? What, you mean instead of just throwing back vodka and firing a gun? That's silly talk. I really enjoy playing Scourge, but yeah, it does not feel like something that was like a Necromancer at all. It feels more like a Sandmancer. It's just Gara.
Use the prisms now. The champions are hanging on to dragons by a thread.
But the sand is spooky. But the sand is spooky. Spooky sand. Necro class fantasy is so bad goes too. I do enjoy playing core, well, honestly, all of the different builds of Necro from time to time. But the fact that they're called Necro is the weird part, right? Ah! Mistakes were made. Just like I wish Mechanist was good at turrets. Turrets were really strong when Guild Wars 2 first came out, and then they were like, alright, these are too strong, and they nerfed them like 4 times, and then like 4 more just to be safe. And then they've been trashed for like 10 years. I did keep your beard trim so nice. My secret is I zoom the camera out a lot. Definitely recommend when you talk to people with an untrimmed beard, you keep them at like 20 feet away, and your beard will look great. Real talk, like once or twice a week, I just put the guard that I am used to using on the buzzer, and just and then I make sound effects. But yeah, the camera certainly helps. My stability came off cooldown like a microsecond before he blasted everyone away, and I was like, I am really glad this stability does not have a cast bar. Stab again. Does anyone need a revive? Had my finger on Glyph of the Stars there to see if it was needed, but they're good.
I feel it, champion. The connection's weak.
I feel it, champion. The connection's weak. What resolution do you play on? 1920 by 1080, I think. I'm just using windowed full screen, but I'm pretty sure it's 1920 by 1080. Gotta be able to tab out from time to time to do things like turn into potatoes.
Stay focused.
One last push for Bram, for all of us. Yeah, when I did this fight on Chrono, I did one hit with the turtle, and then I jumped off and did Moa's Signet, because Moa's Signet has the CC of 3 turtle hits. It's so wild. Ah.
Champion, I'm pulling you back.
Domain expansion. Now, Kiev. Sweet home Alabama.
It's done, champion.
Is it worth getting the Mushroom Mastery when you hit Heart of Thorns, or just max out the glider first? There is a step of the story where I think you have to get a mushroom thing to advance. There's quite a few steps of the story where you have to get some mastery or another in order to advance the story, so that's a thing. Turret bunker PvP builds. Yeah, they were great. Also, like, was it rocket turret? Rocket turret applied to burning. So anytime you did like a world boss, there would be this whole line, like 10 to 20 rocket turrets off to the side, just doing like artillery. It looked beautiful. Because every engineer in that pile of people fighting the world boss had a rocket turret, like way out off to the side. They're just firing volleys. Alright, GG friends, well done. Well done. May the luck with your drops be with you. I never used my staff during that entire Dragonstorm. It's just not necessary. Mace is too good. It's just not necessary anymore. Staff's just what if in terms of PvE. I never realized how good parking characters is. Part 1 Eggwall to get 2 Jade Runestones. Now without any work I have 60 Runestones. Yup. Yep. I heard you say before that this Dragonstar has a chance of 1,000 gold. How is that? It has a chance to drop the Pristine Dragon Eyes, which give you the infusions that... You know, hold on. Let me hop on my NG. My NG has one. You may or may not recall... Oh my gosh, Chip, show some decency. You may or may not recall that there is a like glowing blue sands from Undertale eye on my engineer. That is from Dragonstorm. So, that right there. You can get blue on left or right, or red Primordius on left or right. And that Pristine Dragon Eye drops in Dragonstorm. And hang on. And if it drops for you, that one... Oh, it's almost 2,000 gold. 1,800 gold for the left eye and 1,800 gold for the right eye. There's also one that's a reward for an achievement that is bound to you, so you cannot sell it, but you can go for the achievement if you just want it for fashion. Did you play Core Ranger before Druid came out? Yeah. So, okay, when Guild Wars 2 first came out, like 10 years ago, I played it for a few months. And I maxed out a Ranger and an Engineer, and I had alts of all like the other classes. And then I got bored of the game, and then I went and did other things, and I came back like 5 years later. And so I've been actively playing, and then when I came back, I got hooked on the game. But I've been actively playing the game for 5 or 6 years now, but briefly played the game like 10 years ago. That all's DRMs? It does, but they're soloable. But yeah, when back 10 years ago, the like engineer and PvP, you could like get on a node and set up some turrets, and if someone didn't have like a good AoE build, like it was like this is your fortress, and they'd have to push into that. Underwater, like that's another Capricorn. Revenge of the Capricorn was a map that had an underwater node. One of the 3 nodes was underwater, and they changed it because people complained because they don't have any taste. And so you'd be underwater, and rangers would be throwing sharks at each other, and the engineers would have like the underwater buoy turrets and stuff like that. It was great. Like I love underwater combat in this game. It feels really good. The problem is that they haven't updated it in 10 years, so it needs balancing. Next X pack better be underwater themed? I doubt it. End of Dragons had a water dragon powering a water city with its water powers, and they didn't. And you know what they did? They turned the ocean to jade so they didn't have to render water. That's my theory. They went through all the trouble of removing the ocean so they didn't have to have any water. They're like, what if we just make it jade? And then we don't have to do any water. Let's see. Deposit. New cape and gem store. What up? Trapper's fur cape. I don't know, the way it's billowing, it looks like my guy's like farting just constantly. It's like... Might be more of a Norn thing. Might be more of a Norn thing. Let's looking at the other stuff here. Artisan Zara's cape and hood. It's got ear holes. Why does the cape not look like it matches with the hood? Honestly, for Asura hoods, this doesn't look bad. It's not bad. Battle Lord's cape and hood. Oh my gosh. So evil. See, now this is an example of a hood that does not look good on Asura. This is just like a shrink-wrapped Asura. I tried the fur cape on my Asura this morning. It's a pass for me. Does anyone know if Ascended armor chest in the vault is a cheaper option to get a ball of dark energy than crafting something? I mean, it's tough to say cheaper because vault currency is different than crafting currency. Alright, Chip is being decent now. No, I'm clicking too fast. The system can't handle my power. Looks like ET wrapped in a blanket. Naked Nord has a back piece already. Saw him just modeling it. Oh, great. Why is it a Nord thing? Because it's supposed to fart. No, Bobby, because it had like, it was like furs. It was like animal furs with like animal teeth on the back of it. But yeah, sure, they fart too, because you said so. Will you be doing a focused video for dual swords on Necro? I'm sure I'll do one with, alright, I've been focusing on supports. So support Scourge can use main hand sword, but it's not going to use offhand sword. So I don't know if I'll do a focused one on dual wield swords. I'm enjoying just learning more about supports. Maybe I'll do other builds as well, because the video... Honestly, I've been kind of surprised at how well these videos of me just like trying something out and then sharing my Unga Bunga thoughts has been. So, I don't know, maybe I'll slowly just go through all the builds in the game. When it comes to content creation, it's pretty easy to just slam my face into the build for 2 hours and then just talk about it afterward. Pick up the daily final chest. Oh my gosh, you guys are such nags. To be fair though, I would like not get half the Wizard Tower stuff I do without y'all doing that. Got it, thank you so much in the middle of a dinner party. Yeah. More mushrooms? Why? Who's mailing me these mushrooms? Can I get yelled at? Because mushrooms important. Oh, sorry, I mailed this guy, said thanks, but why? And then he mailed me more. Alright, whatever. Your thoughts aren't Unga Bunga? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Why did they sent me like 3,000... 5,000. They sent me 5,000 mushrooms. Why? Is this the new zucchinis? Weird. Birthday present? It's not my birthday. Dude, Star comes into my chat and tells me happy birthday every single day. To the point where when it's actually my birthday, no one's gonna believe me. It's just gonna be like the boy who cried birthday. Does anyone know which legendaries do not require raids? Every single legendary except the Ring Coalescence does not require raids. The Ring Coalescence, the legendary Ring Coalescence, is made entirely from raid stuff. Now, you can use, like, there's, you know, if you get Mystic Coins or gold or claws or fangs and stuff like that from raids, you can use those, but they're not required. You have character birthday presents in the mail? Yeah. It's 10 months old. Envoy armor. Okay. But, alright. In my mind, I was thinking that there are other options for armor. For ring, it's a little different. Yeah, alright. There are 4 options to get legendary armor. PvP, World v World, Raids, and Obsidian from Open World. One of the 4 ways to get legendary armor is exclusive to raiding, but there are alternatives. And rings, you can either get 2 legendary rings from World v World, or you can get 1 legendary ring from World v World and 1 Legi ring from Raids. Those are the only ways to do rings at this time. I quit Guild Wars 2 a year before the release of the last DLC. Will it be overwhelming to go back to the game now? No, Zed, because, and the reason I say that is because Guild Wars 2 is not a game where they keep raising the roof. Like, let's say you were playing World of Warcraft Classic, and you're level 60, and then you take a break from the game. And you come back, and Burning Crusade came out, and now the max level's 70. You're behind. You're a low level now. That's not a thing in this game. So, you're still, if you were max level before, you're still max level. If you had high level gear before, you still have high level gear. You just have to kind of get the dust off on your skills and remember how to play. That's it. Now, when it comes to the content, old content doesn't go out of date in this game for the same reasons that I just said. So people still do, you know, it's not like the old expansion areas are dead. You know, there will be people in all the different areas of the game. So you can still finish what you were doing before you left, and then, you know, join the people that are in Soto, or you could take a break from what you're doing, go do the new Secrets of the Obscure stuff, and then go back to what you're doing later. When it comes to story, the base game, Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, all those are kind of like a 4-piece book series with Living World stuff too. Soto is like book 1 of a new series. So you can just jump into Secrets of the Obscure and play that without getting spoilered on the stuff that you haven't finished yet. And then go back and finish it later if you want to. Is your open world Legi video out? No, it is in the Naxx box. I've got like 5 or 6 video projects in Noxxi's queue right now. It'll probably be a few days to a week minimum before that video sees, you guys see that video. For example, you guys know, like, I'm doing these little, like, I tried Herald for 3 hours, here are my thoughts videos. I have like 4 more of those in Noxxi's inbox, plus the Obsidian Armor Guide. So you think it's worth it to upgrade right away to the new DLC, or should I first finish what I had done before? You definitely have a choice. Because, like, you could finish what you're doing before and then go to Secrets of the Obscure, and it will not hurt you at all. Or if you just need a break from what you're doing, you could go to Secrets of the Obscure, and then you're not going to get spoiled on the old thing, and you can go back to the old thing, you know, whenever you feel like it. Like, there's no spoiler beyond the spoilers in the title, End of Dragons. That title is the biggest spoiler, you know, so not a big thing. What about Zoja? What about Zoja? She wasn't in EOD. Finding out what Zoja's been doing in Soto isn't going to mess with you. Did you craft a full set of obsidian armor? I just made one. I already have full Legi armor for all types, so I made a piece I did not need for the video. I just made one piece I did not need. Do you only play Asuras? I have one human as well, but all my characters I play on a regular basis are Asuras. There's one imposter among us. Here, have you seen this? Okay, break time. Thirsty.
We were meant to be, yeah, dancing in the moonlight, gazing at the stars so bright.
There's the one human. What is happening? That's just what my login screen does. You should definitely get you some of that. Yeah, so we got one human in the mix. Now, honestly, I kept him because he was he's a 10-year-old character. So he gets all of the finest of birthday presents. So I keep him for that system. When will ANET add that dance to the Gem store? Oh, the Hat in Time dance. I haven't played Hat in Time. That's on my maybe I should play this list. Are you using any shaders or anything that affect the graphics of the game? No. I'm using event timers to watch events. I'm using the radial mount add-on. And when it's working, I use ArcDPS, but this is just normal in-game graphics. This is my graphic settings. Other than jumping puzzles, can you think of any advantages or disadvantages to a race? Usually, the rare moments that a race ability in the game becomes strong for a fight, they nerf it into the ground. Example, in End of Dragons, there was briefly a strategy for Harvest Temple running a full team of Sylvaris because one of their racial abilities was busted on that fight, and then they nerfed that ability into the ground to stop that behavior. They don't want the racial abilities to really be interesting, which I think is kind of sad. They just want them to be just funsy things that aren't really a huge thing. The close face at the end, yeah. Corella, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Welcome. What will be the new evening game tomorrow? I don't know. I have got two. Okay, so on my Patreon, one of the top sponsor tiers is basically like you can hijack the stream for a day and make me play a game I haven't played, as long as it's nothing too inappropriate. And one person this month has sponsored Wildermyth, and another person this month has sponsored oh shoot, I started to say Farmville. It's not Farmville. Give me a sec. Stardew Valley. I've never played Wildermyth or Stardew Valley, so I have to try those soon. So that might be tomorrow after giveaway, that might be a different day, I'm not sure. But sometime this month, I am required to try those games. Shugo sponsored the game. No, Shugo didn't sponsor this month. He's probably saving up his money to make me do something. I think you really like Wildermyth. I looked at the trailer for it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this looks like something I'm willing to try. And then for Stardew Valley, I flat out told them, I was like, this is not within the realm of what I usually play, but I'm willing to try it. And they were like, okay, do it. Never played Stardew? No, I haven't. Have you played Terraria? Yes. Funny enough, the first time I played Terraria on stream, I was trying to... Okay, I really hate getting spoiled on stuff. And I'm sure most of you are similar. I went into Terraria with that mindset. I was like, don't tell me things. I'm not going to look anything up. And I hated it. Dude, I kept dying to systems in that game I did not understand. Falling through the world. I didn't know what to do. And I really hated Terraria. Later on, after, kind of mentally resetting for a while, I went back to the game and I was like, all right, I'll use the wiki this time. I enjoyed it so much more. I ended up playing it with my kid. We went all the way till we cleared the Moonlord together on a couple of different difficulties. Like, we enjoyed it a lot. But dude, playing Terraria like on a blind run and you don't know anything is awful. It is awful. Like, dude, like, there's a guide at the beginning, but you don't even know how to talk to the guide. It just drops you in the world. It's like, welcome to hell. Yeah, so if you're ever going to play Terraria, use the wiki. It's a much more enjoyable experience. Stardew's getting a really big update soon on the 19th. Maybe wait till that. But the 19th is when Guild Wars 2's big update happens. And on the 22nd is Dragon's Dogma 2. So, we'll see. We'll see. Whenever I read a book, I read the ending first because I'm not interested in surprises. Oh my gosh. Ghost of E.T. You remind me of a story of there was this like science post. It was like in Antarctica or something. And there was like some scientists there, and one of them was staying sane by reading in his free time. And one of the other ones kept coming in and like spoilering the like end of his books, and he got stabbed. Like the scientist that kept getting spoiled after it happened enough times, he just lost it and he just stabbed the other guy. I think they managed to like ship him out and get him to a hospital or something, but yeah, it was funny because like all of social media was like, look, I know that was illegal, but I understand. I understand. As someone who has hundreds of hours of Terraria, they really don't tell you how the guide can help you. Yeah. I mean, look, I like Terraria now, to be clear. I did multiple playthroughs of it on various difficulties. Never finished it on Master. It's very tough. But I played through it with my kid all the way through, doing different class stuff. It was a very fun game, but my god, yeah. You need the wiki on your other monitor to really enjoy it, I feel like. It was not enjoyable going into a blind. RTVS got an update ready, right? I don't know. I tried to update. You know what? Hold on. I'm literally not doing anything right now. I'm going to close my game. I'm going to try to update Arc again, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what it does. All right. Update Arc TPS. Unhandled exception error. Okay. It just nuked itself. Just a second. All right. C drive, program files, Guild Wars 2. What all do I need to delete? Bin 64. Is it dxgi.dll? I think it is. This friggin' thing. I swear, every time I mess with this, I feel like I'm trying to, like, install a patch to a game, like in the 90s. I think it's that. I'm gonna delete that file and see what happens. Nope, it put the file back, and then it complained about it. Okay, let's try this. d3d11.dll. I don't even have a d3d11.dll at the moment. Second time you ditched me on Wizard Hat, you know mage. Oh my god, I'm trying to do installation wizardry right now. What do you mean, me no mage? I am your installation wizard. Oh, wait, that worked. Putting on the hat fixed it. Hang on. All right, launching game again. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Hey! All right, let's do that. All right, log in. My Arc is installed via downloader on their site and use the pop-up in game. Yesterday got a fix, today got a second update when you do the class review. Cool. Mine, I usually do the auto updater thing, and usually it's fine, but right now it's bleh. All right, there we go. It is working again. All right, the installation wizard has fixed it. There you go, Aaron Nadar. What's your favorite Ranger DPS build? I don't really love playing PvE Soul Beast because you merge with your pet and then you just like forget about it. It's like, hey, you know the thing that makes a Ranger different from Warrior? What if we got rid of it? Welcome to Soul Beast. So I don't really love PvE Soul Beast. Untamed is okay if it wasn't for the giant snot clouds all the time. Like, true story, I feel like when I am playing Untamed and I'm doing stuff like this, my group is standing in more red circles because they're blind. So, despite the fact that it's also one of my favorite healers, I'm gonna have to say my favorite Ranger DPS is actually the Condi Druid, which actually is parsing very well on Snowcrows. I don't use Arc. I tried a couple times, and every time the game crashes, you latest update. Arc is fine 90% of the time, but right after a patch comes out, you have to like remove it until the next update comes out most of the time. Favorite healer so far too, try Spectre. Hey, I'm gonna try Spectre. I know it doesn't have good revive tools though, so I'm not too hyped for it. We'll see how it goes. Is your slash age over 365 days? My slash age is 8,630 hours. Maybe. He's got an interesting outfit. Lamps on his back. I started playing Soul Beast as season PvP and I'm really enjoying it. I unmerge, I assume if it's single burst usually. In PvP, Soul Beast is completely different than PvP. Honestly, in PvP, I think Soul Beast is played the way it was meant to be played when it was envisioned. In PvP, your Soul Beast is merging and unmerging consistently. In PvE, like fractals and raids, they just merge and forget about it. They don't unmerge like ever. Bro cosplaying as a light post. He's Jax from League of Legends. Have you tried Soul Beast ham? No, short bow ham. I haven't, but just brainstorming, I struggle to see how that would be good because you're using the mace on Mace Shield to keep regeneration and vigor up. The short bow does not provide regen or vigor. The backup method of applying regeneration requires a tool belt, and Mechanist doesn't have a tool belt. So you possibly lose regen and lose... Well, you lose regen uptime. You get a little from medkit. But you lose a lot of regen, and you lose a lot of vigor by going to shortbow for Mace Shield on Mechanist. How long will I need to farm essences for making 1 set of obsidian armor? Any idea, please? I mean, depends on how hard you're going on that. Like, you could do just like 1 convergence a day and get a nice stack of all 3 types. That's more my method to stay sane. Or you could just grind out lots and lots of, you know, rifts to get them faster, but it's more effort per hour. I feel like Scrapper is better with shortbow. I think it is probably better than Mech, but I don't know if it's better than Scrapper without shortbow. That I have not tested yet. We'll see. What is the best class for full Selly gear, and do you think it would perform well in high-end PvE content? Best class for full Selly gear. I immediately think of something like Guardian, because Guardian can be a heal provider with alacrity, a heal provider with quickness, a DPS that provides quickness, a DPS that provides alacrity, or just a DPS. And if you got Selly gear, you could do a decent job at all those jobs. It's not perfect for any of them, but it's decent at all of them. When you try to heal Berserker, did you have any issues with Berserk uptime? No. I had issues with my hands starting to hurt after an hour. But Berserk uptime, no, I did not have issues with that. Anytime I might accidentally drop out of Berserk, I would just use my heal skill to go back into Berserk. And if I made that mistake again, the heal skill was always available again. Which one you get from the convergence chest? Whichever one I have the least amount of. So what I'll do is I'll look at how many I have of each, and I'll get the one I need the most. So recently I've been getting the green ones from convergence chest. You need 72 amalgamated Curtis Essence for 1 full armor. Yeah, but you just start at 1 piece at a time. And you always fill the tier 1s? Yeah. Yeah, I usually go for the green ones, because the red ones I'm constantly have tons of. So like right now I've got 2300 red, 800 green, and 1100 yellow. When first Untamed Condi Hammer came out, I was over the moon. The Untamed got its weird phase of confusion. Played Sylvies for a bit, changed back to Untamed a week ago. I missed actually seeing my pet around. Yeah. What's wrong with the Warrior in general? Okay, now please keep in mind, I tried support Warrior builds, right? I was not doing DPS Warrior. Warrior in general. I would like to see, this is all my opinion, the primal, what is it? Primal Burst on Berserk. I would like to see it maybe hit harder and have a longer cooldown. Because right now, when I play it, I'm like, you know, I'm just beating the hell out of that key. I mean, just make it like, you know, hit twice as hard, but have twice the cooldown in PvE. That way you can free up a few clicks. Because right now, you have to beat that button. Bladesworn, the first thing I can think of is, with Bladesworn, you're using the staff. It's amazing. possibly the best new weapon added to the game. It is very powerful. Warrior Staff is so good. You swap to Dragon Slash, or Dragon Trigger, to do the huge Weeb Slash, and that gives your whole group alacrity and some protection. After you've done the slash, it forcibly puts you in Gun Saber. And then you have to wait like 3 to 5 seconds, depending on cooldown, to leave it. So it's like you're an amazing healer, you provide boons in Dragon Slash, you're stuck in this thing that doesn't help much. Repeat. So it's like, oh, pretty good. Aw. Oh, pretty good. Aw. And it's that on rotation. That's how it felt. Again, I'm new, but that's how it felt. So if I were to change something on Bladesworn, I would make it that after Dragon Trigger, put me back in the weapon I was in before Dragon Trigger. Don't change me to a different one. That's my thoughts on Bladesworn. Support. Bladesworn support. APM is high, AF, kind of stressed you after a few fights. Honestly, like, okay, I joke about carpal tunnel. I don't actually have carpal tunnel. I have never gotten carpal tunnel, but I will say after I play Scourge or Berserker for a few hours, I got to take a break because my hand's getting sore. Like, nothing medical. I'm just like, actually like, okay, my hand's sore. I got to play something else. That only happens on Berserker or Scourge for me. Are you going to make an Arrow Cart 2.0 build? It's the exact same. It's the same. It's just that Barrage has another charge now, so you can do it more. What's the most popular server in EU? Maguma. Especially among World v Worlders. Everyone loves Maguma. They have huge respect for them. Isn't there a Bladesworn utility skill that instantly refreshes Dragon Trigger so you could do it twice and then swap, or is that a trait? It doesn't ring a bell. If it if it competes with like the trait to provide alacrity, then I wouldn't have even read it. Maguma ZA. Oh crap! My joke fell apart. Dang it. I will say the also on Warrior, your utilities feel very, very tight. Like you need for like Shake It Off, for example, to cure condies on your party well. You don't have like a weapon skill that's good at curing conditions on your party. Or something like that. For example, Druid, a trait that I often like to bring is, let me see if I can find it. This right here. When I just enter this form, it cures conditions. When I do this, it cures conditions. If I do this combo, it cures conditions. All of that is in the Druid base kit. That's 3 ways of curing conditions in the base kit. Warrior needs to bring Shake It Off over here to do that decently. And that's more than enough for most fights. On occasion, if you're doing a fight where the fight is just like condies, they might struggle. Like Soulless Horror or Slothosaur. I haven't tried it on those, and I'm just thinking right now. I would guess that they might struggle there because of like the overwhelming amount of condies, whereas some classes might not struggle. But yeah, the staff, amazing. The warrior, like warrior utility. I mentioned warrior utility. You've got Banner of Tactics for what is it? Stability. You've got Shake It Off for condition cleanse. You've got the banner that provides barrier and regeneration. I forget the name of it. You've got that one. And then you might take one of those off to bring something else for a run. So it feels like your utilities are locked in or nearly locked in. But on Chrono and on Guardian, you can change your utilities based on the fight. And so you've got this massive toolbox of stuff to use, and you can bring whatever you need. Ranger has kind of become that now. Like, I love bringing Search and Rescue to save people, and I get a lot of use out of it. So I always bring that, but I don't have to. Glyph of Equality is nice, but I don't have to bring that either, and same with Frostbeard. I can change these based on the fight. Now, I will say that my utility stuff here is not as shiny. Like, there's nothing in there that's a projectile block. There's only one skill in there that's stability. There's no skills in there that are Aegis. So this toolbox is not as good as the Guardian or the Chrono toolbox for group play. But I'm also not locked into my skills. The Warrior feels pretty locked in, so less flexible in that regard. Skill is called Dragon Spike. Mine refreshes Dragon Trigger, but I guess not the Alack trait to give double Alack. Oh, yeah. So again, if it's a utility skill and it competes with the banners or the shouts, it's hard to bring it on support. Any hints for someone starting to tackle raids? After years of playing the other contents of the game, fearing not being able to do raids at all? Absolutely, Ruben. Yeah, hang on a sec. Alright, so that right there, there's a few things here. One, this is a link to a video on an introduction to raiding that I made. It's dated, but still accurate. After that, I've got links here for every boss in the game. So you just click on any one of these bosses, and there is a very short video that you can watch that explain. Like, look, this one's 2.5 minutes. So this this whole series is called Get to the Point, but it will show you that you could literally be going to the boss and watch the video on how to do the boss on the way there. Now, I mean, you could do your group a favor and watch it beforehand, but still, they're all very short videos that show you the fights. I would bookmark that. Watch the intro to raiding one now, and then bookmark the stuff, and once you learn what bosses you're going to, you can watch the Get to the Point video guide. Also check Snowcrow's raid training guilds. Yeah, Snowcrow's, what are some of the others? Crossroads, a Raid Academy. There's lots of raid training guilds if you're interested in that. Do you have a website for that? Funny that you ask! Alright. Yes, we do have a website for that. And I see someone linking me the time. You are absolutely correct. Oh my gosh. I regret giving Neov the I cannot talk. The chroma snail. The chroma snail. It's so blinding when he does it like that. Alright, I'm gonna answer a few more questions and then I'll have to step out. Prince says, I'm curious, Soto releases its content in a series of patches. When will the full content of the expansion be done? Okay, so Pren, their new expansion cadence that they're calling it is like, okay, expansion releases. I think Soto released in August? I want to say August. So Soto releases, I think it was in August. 3 months later, there's a big patch that has story. 3 months later, which is 6 months from release, there's another patch that has more stuff. 9 months later, sorry, that's 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So 9 months after release is the third and final big patch that finishes the Soto story. And then 1 year after the launch of Soto, the next expansion is launched. That's what it's supposed to do. So the patch we just got was the 6-month patch. Third patch is coming sooner, Muck, actually 70 days. Oh, okay. Muck, do you prefer a new game that fills 1 or 2 streams or rather long-term games with hundreds of hours? Nemuk, it depends on the audience. I will happily play short game and then short game and then short game and then short game if I've got viewers for it. I will happily play Assassin's Creed Odyssey and do every single side quest if I had the viewers for that. But if I'm playing long game or short game and my viewers for either of them drop dramatically, I usually just try to finish the game's main story and then move on. That's it. I got 2 requirements for what I will stream. Because keep in mind, again, I played 85 different titles last year. I love branching out and trying other games. However, there's 2 requirements, and it's, am I having fun? And is my audience enjoying it? So if I'm having fun, but my viewer count is tanking, I wrap that game up and move on. If I'm not having fun, even if my audience is enjoying it, I usually just play a limited amount and then move on because, for my own sanity. I wanted to know, so I know when to buy the expansion for myself, waiting for it to fully release. Thanks to the answers, everybody. No problem, Pran. I hope it helped. All right. That's how I learned raids. That's awesome, Bluebell. Another happy customer. I hope happy. You know what? She didn't say she was happy about it. She's like, you corrupted me. Your audience would lose it for the ranching of slimes. Would they? Is that what we need to do next, Banana? Whatever I'm going to start next, I want to try to have time to finish it by March 19th and 22nd. March 19th is new Guild Wars 2 content, and the 22nd is Dragon's Dogma 2, and I'm eager to try both of those. So I want to have an opening on the schedule for both of those when they come out. Same here, apart from Wing 6, I plugged it this week for the first time. Gotcha. Transistor it is. Detroit Become Human. DD2 is the 21st. I thought it was the 22nd. Why did I write down 22nd? Hold on. Fact check. Dragon's Dogma 2 release date. It says 22nd. Maybe it's a time zone thing. Maybe for you it's the 21st. And I'm on like the other side of the planet or something. I don't know. Anyway. Cool. With that, chat, thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoy watching me fumble around on Willbender. A couple of plugs on the way out if you happen to be new to my channel. My name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream where I do Guild Wars Tuesday on the North American servers, and I will be doing a Guild Wars 2 giveaway, and yes, EU can enter the giveaway as well if you're interested, and then we'll do some variety gaming after that. A couple quick plugs. If you're new here, please hit that follow button on Twitch or like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. It truly does help us out. These are our YouTube channels if you want to see my other content. On the second channel, currently uploading videos of my playthrough of Pacific Drive. On the main channel, today did a video on my experience with Heal Herald if you want to see that. Special thank you to the dear patrons. They keep this channel alive. They keep chip fed, all that good stuff. And with that, I'm going to play myself out. Let me see if there is anyone else that I know is good people streaming Guild Wars 2. Can drop a raid on someone. RTO is live. RTO is good people. I'll drop a raid on the Twitch side just to support another content creator. You guys decide for yourself if you enjoy that person. Follow them if you do. Run silently if you don't. That's fine. Everybody has their own taste. And I will be back once again in about 5 hours. Catch you later. Alright, YouTube, I got rid of all the Twitch people, so how you doing?